Okay, boomer.
Hello,
Hello.
What up? Welcome to another edition of the Boomer Council. I wanted to start today. I want to be honest with you guys. Sometimes I forget when I'm talking to people that not everybody knows Star Wars like I do, or you do, or you do, or you do. And it can be absolutely enlightening sometimes when you talk to somebody who doesn't. They're like, oh, dude, I love Star Wars. And you're like, cool. What did you think about this arc in the Clone Wars? And they're like, was there a TV show?
What?
I'm like, you kind of back up and you're like, maybe there might have been a couple shows. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't even know what Star Wars is.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's hilarious.
I took a really long drive out to the job site where I was at, and I was hanging out with my buddy Jesus. He's a Padawan in our industry, and he was like, man, I love Star Wars. And I'm like, perfect. We got 3 hours. Like, believe me, let's go. There's a lot of different stuff we could talk about. And so Jesus was super big into the Clone Wars TV show when he was growing up, but he's not that big into the movies, which is interesting. He's got this huge passion for Star Wars, loves Star Wars, but not into the movies. He just loved Star Wars.
Hold on. Because that was on Cartoon Network. Right? Like that's a big part. You got to like look into age.
Look who crawled out of her cave.
And I think that's a big part of it is that was on Cartoon Network. That was on TV for a long time for kids. So parents were like, "Oh, they're watching Cartoon Network, no bigs." And then you're watching, Anakin cut limbs off of and clones dying every other episode, and it's like, but that's how a large part of the generation got introduced to Star Wars, not through the movies like you and I and most others, but through the cartoons, through the animated series.
But the interesting stuff that we were doing, because we were talking about it, and there are parallels. We were talking about Rebels, and we were talking about Clone Wars. And the funny part was, I was telling him about like this really interesting scene where we're talking about like all these different force powers, blah, blah, and he's like, "Oh, hey, we're talking about Mortis." I'm like, "No, I'm talking about the scene underneath the temple, the world between worlds." And he's like, "Mortis," and I'm like, "No, the world between worlds." And he's like, "Yeah, Mortis," and I'm like,
I will stab you.
See what you're doing there. Rebels, I keep saying, my favorite Star Wars story from beginning to end. I'm sorry. Like, it's better than OG trilogy, prequel trilogy. Like, for a show, the whole arcs, episode 1 to episode finale. Nothing beats it, man.
Wait,
I hope they just continue all those threads.
The original Star Wars trilogy?
Bro, everything. I'm sorry. The creation of Ezra, the creation of Ahsoka Tano, her continued story. Yeah, man.
I agree. I honestly
got arguments for days on that.
We were supposed to be positive for we came in with that. We were stoked about Star Wars.
Why don't you do what you always do and switch?
You can put OG over everything.
That way we're on sides here like we always are. There you go. Attaboy.
Oh, there. Now we're splitting the crew here.
We're talking about the guys who love Star Wars, and then and
the guys who don't on the X-wing side.
I gotta say though, I think your buddy at work was onto something. A light bulb just kind of clicked on when you were talking about it because you kept going Mortis, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, but hold on a second. Think back to that arc, the moment when they all get back. Is the Mortis area, is that in the world between worlds? Because no time passed. They got back. They were gone for what? How long? They were days gone. Days. They come back and like the troopers are just like, "Oh, we lost you for like a split second."
No,
Commander.
no, I don't think so. I think I don't think that world exists in in uh in the world between worlds. I think that they're the conduit. It's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
moving
it's separate for
it's a
sure.
moving conduit. It's really I don't even think most of the time it can be perceived by the normal eye. I think you have to be Anakin Sky. See, for me, and I'm in the middle of editing a video on this, so I'm like down the rabbit hole on this already. You guys already
You gotta
ignited the
send it,
spark.
but you gotta keep it between 45 and 47 minutes.
So basically, I personally believe that whole arc is strictly because Anakin is on that ship. If Anakin was on the Venator would have been on Mortis, right?
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
it wasn't Kenobi and Ahsoka. It had nothing to do with them. That whole arc was they wanted Anakin alone, really. If they would have got Anakin alone, then I think it would have been a very different story. But because Ahsoka and Kenobi are there, they changed the fate of what could have happened if Anakin had showed up by himself.
Is it just to break it really quick? Can I just say I can totally picture Daryl doing that?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Help!
Yeah.
Hey guys!" That would be Dave, not Daryl. Actually, at that point, what's up, buddy? Oh, Luke Skywalker joined us.
Wow.
Good to see you, brother. Been appreciating all the love we've been spreading on Twitter lately, because I'm not a huge fan of that place, but we've been spreading good messages, man. So I appreciate you. Yeah, so two interesting things there. I feel like we've gotten a lot of love for the world between worlds. We're seeing a lot of it because I feel like it's tied to Ahsoka. Ezra's obviously tied into that big time. Is Mortis dead and gone? Is that a place we're never going to see before again?
Anakin's dead. You're not going to see it ever again.
Really? You think that the tomb is closed? That's it. We're done.
They wanted Anakin. Anakin was supposed to take over for the father, right? That was his destiny. That's why he was the chosen one. He was to bring balance, and the balance he was supposed to bring, because the father was dying. So because the father was dying, he wasn't going to be able to trap the son there and keep the force in balance. So he was chosen by the force to become the bearer of good and evil and to hold them at bay in Mortis. And so when he didn't,
he was never supposed to come back to the real world.
No, he wasn't. That's what I'm saying, is that whole arc that whole story was Anakin's destiny. His destiny was not to make Palpatine the Emperor, to bring balance to the Force by destroying the Jedi. Technically, the Force was already in balance. Palpatine was so powerful, and all the Jedi combined were equal, right? It was already in balance. So Anakin's fate was to be the chosen one, born of the midichlorians, to take over the position of the father, sit on the throne of Mortis, and hold the daughter and the son in check. And when he chose not to, the father showed him his fate. Or I'm sorry, the son showed him what he would become and what he would do. And the father took that memory away from him since he was going to leave.
Anybody want to broach this? The living force versus the cosmic force? Was he supposed to be the living force balance or the cosmic force? I don't even know how you separate the two. If the cosmic is always coming into the living, and the living's always coming into the cosmic, and
both. I mean, he was supposed to be
both. For God's sakes,
he was the chosen one, chose to bring balance to the force, not living or cosmic, but to all.
I mean, what do we consider cosmic force? Just force ghosts?
I just heard Matt Cave say, just like the Bears. Matt Cave is just like, force.
The force. The Bears.
It don't matter which one, but just the force. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I think, and that's a big thing. If Anakin had taken his seat, then the brother would not have been able to kill the daughter.
Right.
And the force would have been in balance. But because the daughter died, the force was out of balance in the dark. That's when Palpatine gained more of a foothold. When the daughter dies and sacrifices her life for Ahsoka, the balance tipped to the dark side, and that's when Palpatine really started to move his plan aggressively forward, and the Jedi could not stop him.
Did the daughter die, or is she Morai?
She
Gave her life.
died. Yeah,
Right.
she gave her life. But did the son die? I don't remember.
Wasn't the Grand Inquisitor in this mess somehow?
No.
Or
You don't think the
does
daughter
the son kind of
following
look?
Ahsoka around? Doesn't that make sense?
No, she's not.
Morai could be the living embodiment of the daughter.
Well, Ahsoka is now the living embodiment of the daughter. That's why she is.
You are such a simp.
That's why
So
she
the owl
is.
just is following her, cause
Kinda
Owl was
following her.
around before Morai, before the daughter sacrificed
Well,
herself.
she did an essence transfer. Duh.
She gave her life. She actually gave her whole, like, she wasn't really living. She was the light side of the Force, technically.
Oh, dude, we got a dark super chat here.
Turned it into this. Wow. Wow.
Now
Graph
people are
web.
targeting the donation video for their own specific needs, and I'm not gonna lie, kind of okay with it. Can I
Do
read this in like a?
Do it.
Maybe we should do Palpatine. Maybe Palpatine. I don't think of them as younglings. I think of them as the Lucasfilm story group. The ones that murdered my inner child and turned it into a 3-part snuff film called Disney's sequel trilogy. Let the world be rid of them. From the words of Graph Web. The Sith will rise again.
Thank you.
that was nice. That was
Wow.
good.
That's my favorite. The last part of that is my favorite.
You're gonna get
That
a
is
vocal
great.
performance from X-Wing every time. Please don't do that because I don't have the energy to do that right now. I'm sick. I had a hard day. I don't wanna.
Oh shit! Strike's going to bed early. This is today's a historic day.
Strike sleeps.
God. Seriously?
Strike doesn't sleep.
I don't think he sleeps.
He has to wake up early. It's early now. Okay, so I just wanted to jump into that. I thought it was fun. I had a fun Star Wars experience earlier today, hanging out with the Jesus, getting his idea of it's. I feel like I don't run into Star Wars fans that often in real life. Maybe we should ask more. But
You do. You do. You just don't see them.
right, yeah,
They're not as vocal as we are.
Don't let this fool you. I walk around in Carhartts and a camo shirt most of the day working on refrigeration equipment. Somebody would walk up to me and they're like, "Hey, what do you do?" I'm like, "Other than this,
Let's tell him carbon freezing.
just hang out at the house. You know, I don't really do much." There's some news. Hawks, you had some stuff you wanted to talk to me about. I'm gonna let you lead this off. I'm gonna take a back seat because I need to
Yeah.
chill for a minute, dude.
Well, sure. I can find that article again. It's in the Discord here. Ming-Na Wen had some cool things to say about Fennec and Boba in the show. Specifically, did I lose you guys?
No, we're here, man.
No,
Alright,
we here.
still alive.
Where did my
Gotcha.
stream go?
It's tough being in.
All right,
the-
so it is. I don't know if we're going to share the screen. I just want to read her quotes.
Share it up. Share the screen.
All right.
I'm gonna smoke this spice.
Boomer in it.
Ooh, death sticks.
Did you know there is a apparently drawn out and very depressing story about the guy who went home and thought about his life after that?
Okay, I think you have to pull
Coruscant
that
story?
in there.
Stop it.
I'm not kidding. There is
What,
a
in
backstory.
like a comic or something?
I don't know what it is. I saw it in the comment section. It might have even been like Phil McCracken or something. He's like, you know, that guy's story is depressing, Boop, right?
Whoa.
I'm like, no, I don't. But now I want to know. Apparently, he went home and thought about his life, and a bunch of really bad stuff happened. It was a really depressing story. So
Damn.
when I find out what it is, I'll make a video about what really happened after he went home to think about his life after trying to sell Obi-Wan death sticks.
Mr. Death Sticks.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So it's from Heroic Hollywood, and she's talking about the relationship between Fennec and Boba and how the show is going to kind of elaborate on it. She says, well, there's a partnership between the two of them for sure. They're bonded by the fact they both lived through near-death experience, and there's a sense of code that they both abide by. My theory on that is like kids or something to do with like Grogu, Omega. There's like this thing with kids they come across as they're bounty hunting, and for whatever reason that is the test to their moral code that makes them make a weird decision, go against the guild, whatever. And the other cool thing that she was saying was talking about how specifically, like, I've never heard them actually say anti-heroes. So it's going to be really interesting to see how their dynamics grow in the Book of Boba Fett. I think that's all I can say. The rest is you have to watch. Not that they're the bad guys and they're not good either. We are the anti-heroes. I like playing an anti-hero. You get away with more, I think. Yeah, so that just is like, to me, like screams the takeover that we've all been talking about.
Bro, how
They're
how
like
can
no
you not
change
be
on them.
anti-hero, though? I mean, think about Thrawn. A lot of people think about Thrawn when they think anti-hero. That guy was an absolute savage.
Yeah,
He
I
will
mean,
do whatever it takes to accomplish the goal that's necessary. He will do that 100% of the time. With Boba, I'm super okay seeing him that way. You know, I think a lot of people are going to read this article and they're going to be like, "Oh, Boba's a hero now. He's soft." Like, that's not what anti-hero means.
Venom is an anti-hero.
Yeah, I don't want the Mandalorians to align with the Republic or the Empire. I want them to try to be like that third faction of power. Yeah.
Well, I
I think
mean, at this point, the Mandalorians are, I mean, unfortunately, the Empire has forced them into a corner. And technically, you know, Mandalorians are also anti-heroes because they're not the good guys. They're in it for the culture. They're in it for the code, for the creed, and whatever means necessary. And if they have to align with a Darth Tyrannus or a, you know, a whatever, but Boba, he doesn't really want to be a Mandalorian.
And he makes
right?
a
Like,
wicked Zen garden, right?
He doesn't want to be Mandalorian. He's not in it for the code and the creed. He's in it for what he needs to get done based on what he needs to get done. Right.
When we heard that from him at the bar, when they're like, "You're not Mandalorian," he's like, "Never said I was."
Yeah, I mean, he's not. He doesn't claim to be. You know, he is in the line of succession technically based on his genetics, just his genetics alone. But he doesn't want it. He's just like Din. He's reluctant to be the hero. He just wants to be a bounty hunter. Right.
But real quick.
No, I don't. Nope. I disagree. Okay. Point of contention. I need to have a button that's like,
no, you definitely don't ever need one of those buttons.
Oh, I need that button now. The reluctant hero. That's Mando. That's not Boba.
What I'm saying is he's the reluctant.
Wants the power. Boba wants to take over.
I agree.
But he doesn't want to be a hero. That's my point. He doesn't want to be anybody.
He's not trying to be a hero. He's trying to get that money.
But he is technically like
power.
He is, you know, he technically is. If you break down the things that he's doing, yes, he's going to claim himself, but he is loyal to his word, right? Scoundrels aren't loyal to their word, right? I'm going to help you get the kid. Bounty hunters are inherently scoundrels, man. Come on.
Shenanigans. You call Din Djarin a scoundrel?
Fuck yes.
How?
Yes. He's a scoundrel. If he's going to get done what he's got to get done, he doesn't care if he hurts your feelings. He doesn't care what codes he breaks unless it's the creed code.
Not a scoundrel.
But that's because you are you, though. He's not going to chase like me. I didn't do anything wrong. He's going after his code doesn't make him a scoundrel just because he's bringing in bad guys.
His moral compass
Han doesn't care who he screws over, even if it's somebody who's close to him. That's a scoundrel.
But I feel like Din Djarin's character changed after Grogu. right? Like we're seeing him after his I don't give a crap days. The kid changed him,
Yeah,
right?
I agree with
Everybody
that.
can see the change in him.
I think
He's
that
no
code
longer,
was always there.
The code
That
was the
code was
guild
always
code.
there.
Like he was following the guild code.
and then he broke it, outright broke it a bunch of times for the kid. Like the
Because
kid
that's
changed
who
him.
he is. He's not a scoundrel.
No, I disagree. I think
Yeah.
he was ruthless. I
Bro,
think that
is this
first
the-
scene.
Hold on. Can somebody clip this? Did Hawks and I just did we have one thing to agree on once?
Yeah, no. Din Djarin, solid guy. I'd let him babysit my kids.
There you go. See,
I don't think he
Except
was a
don't
solid
hand
guy
them little
before he met
metal
the kid.
objects to
Bro,
choke on.
you can be a good guy that does bad things for a living. That's what I'm
True.
saying.
True.
You can
But-
be a bad guy that does bad things for a living. That's a scoundrel.
If nothing else, the first scene in Mandalorian showed us I don't care Din Djarin. I can bring you in warm.
Mhm.
I can bring you in cold.
He did cut that guy in half with a door.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't care if you have kids at home. Shameless plug, X-Wing mug. Get it while you can at the merch store, everybody. Get it? Matt Cave got his.
Hold on. Take two. Hold on.
Get your official X-Wing mug. It keeps things hot. It keeps things cold. Get it now at the merch store.
Wow. I'm sure glad I bought my X-Wing tumbler when I did.
This kept my coffee hot all day.
Hey. I kept a beer in here all day, and it was cold.
Quantity.
It kept
when I
my
shut it
tea
back up.
extra cold.
So that's for me. That's just how I read it. I just read
I
the
fucking hate you sometimes.
the first scene in Mandalorian showed us the Din Djarin that was Din Djarin before he met the kid.
Yes.
And the kid really tore that armor right off of him, so to speak, and broke him down and really showed, I mean, even the armor, I feel like what was a shedding of the old Din Djarin and the surfacing of the new for me. So like, I know it sounds silly, but for me, I feel like Din Djarin was a ruthless bounty hunter before he met the kid, and the kid changed him forever.
Yeah, think about when Din sets down in that first episode. He's going to go get more bounties. He's just like, give them all to me. Like, I'm just going to go.
The chat
do
is
this.
turning against you right now. Mando, definitely not a scoundrel.
Hey,
Okay,
I know it's
but-
controversial, guys. Would you rather me call him an a-hole?
Well,
Is
look,
that better? Is that a better interpretation? He was an a-hole? Is scoundrel a worse definition than an a-hole?
I want you to
not a
rewatch the
complete
end of
dick.
Mando season 2 as I recreated the other night while Grogu was touching his
no.
face. Be like, you know what? That guy's a asshole.
no, he evolved from that. He started off as like very much scoundrel, very much
Dude,
pure bounty
cold.
hunter, just doing what he's got to do.
Mm.
Grogu changed him. The
man.
difference is when we talk about Boba Fett lives by a code, his own code. He's going to rule, like he said in the trailer, he's going to rule through respect. That's his thing. He's like, if you disrespect me, you're dead. He's like, he's going to take you out. Boba's not going to hesitate. Din would hesitate now.
Right.
But
And that's
first
what I'm
season,
saying.
first episode, Din would have cut you in half.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying we forget the origins of Din Djarin, right? We forget he hated droids. We forget he hated people, right? He was just in it for the money. He didn't care who he cut in half or who he put in carbonite. We don't care about what your story
They
is.
never portray him as somebody who's like,
Why do you always have to argue?
don't.
Why do you have to argue with me when I'm
coming
right?
to the Boomer Council, because I feel like there is a point here when it comes to his character. They never made
you're
him
such
out
a
to
simp.
be. They never made him out to be like evil.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
even when he,
A scoundrel is not evil. Stop right
Yeah.
there. A scoundrel is not evil. Han Solo is a scoundrel.
he's evil
Lando
as fuck. What are you
Calrissian
talking
to
about?
me is a
yo,
scoundrel.
obsession, hold up. Even when he had an easy out with the kid, bro. Perfect situation. Didn't do it. Not a scoundrel.
Who's that, Mando or Boba?
Yeah, he could have easily left that kid right
That-
there in that village.
Something about that
Didn't do
kid
it.
changed him. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the
He
thing.
didn't know the
Oh,
bounty.
you're saying he
for
was
a kid.
Oh,
scoundrel before that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
before.
I'm
yeah,
saying
before the
he would have
kid.
made that decision because of who he is.
No, see, I think he didn't know the bounty was a kid. If he'd have known it was a kid, he wouldn't have taken it, and he would have continued being the same Din Djarin. But as soon as he saw that little freaking Grogu, done. And then when the kid saved his life with the Mudhorn, bro, done.
Everything has turned.
Right. I feel like this is the most important aspect of this conversation right here. Han Solo is a scoundrel. Mando just follows what he believes without wavering. Now, hold on. We got fireworks, we got stuff going on. Here's what I believe. Han Solo was looking out for number one. And you could easily say in the beginning of Mando was looking out for number one. I believe they are the same in that aspect. When we first meet them, they're only looking out for number one. And we get character development with Han. He starts caring about people.
Now, are we talking about the Han from Solo, or are we talking about the man from Hope?
Oh, is that a serious question?
Even I know the answer to that one. Give me the headbang thing.
I just want him to say it.
Did you really want it? Because if you want it, I can give it to you.
I need it.
What Han are we talking about?
We're talking to X-Wing. You know which one we're talking about. Come on. Jeez.
My point being is that if I can't even say that in there because Han is looking out for him and Chewie. So I can't really even say that. It's him and Chewie. There's two. So that's not, he just only cares about himself. That's not even an equal argument.
I got to walk this chat back.
But again, that's a life debt. Can we go back to
life debt, friendship? You call it what you want, man.
I want to go to the first one because the chat is actually really engaging in this conversation. So, Han Solo is a scoundrel. Mando just follows what he believes without wavering. He still does bad stuff, just like Han does, but Han's looking out for himself. Mando's doing it because it's his code.
And Chewbacca.
I don't think we can really compare the two so much because they are very different lives.
A smuggler and a bounty hunter are totally different.
Din Djarin came from he practically watched his family get murdered by droids, which is his hate for droids. He loses. Oh, look, Daryl's not wrong. Din gets soft. Grogu changed him. You know what happened? Grogu reminded Din how to love.
Whatever it was about that little kid's face, man, it changed him. Like I said, everybody's got a code. And maybe part of his internal code is I don't kill kids and I don't hunt kids. Right? That may have been his only thing, right? Because I was hunted as a kid. I don't know. Right. But once he saw Grogu in there and once they found out it was a child, he killed IG-88 right there just because he was pointing a gun at the kid. Something changed in that moment. And I understand people don't want to see their heroes be called scoundrels, but it's called character development. And we see Mando not care about nothing but his ship and his pocketbook and the creed.
His creed.
Right?
Okay.
The creed means more than anything.
All right. Nikki just came in with some you cannot argue this.
You can argue
dishonest
Look, you're arguing
unscrupulous person, a rogue. Okay. So
a rogue.
Let's think about this. No, let's think about dishonest. Jabba, I'm gonna have your money. Come on, don't worry about it. Or Din Djarin, I finished the job. Give me my money.
Trusting Grief Karga twice after he backstabbed him.
He broke his creed. I understand what you're saying, but he broke his own rules. Right?
Okay.
The rules that you guys
compared to Han Solo, who's like shit about Jabba. He dumps the cargo, he's dodging contracts left please don't.
Bro,
this is not a smear campaign against Han Solo because I love Han Solo.
Bro, come on, back up, rewind. We're talking about Din Djarin, not Han Solo. One time he takes his helmet off repeatedly to save this kid. Right? He groups up with other Mandalorians that he doesn't want to.
We're not talking about removing a helmet. Taking your helmet off doesn't make you a scoundrel.
It's his religion. It's part. He gives up his weapon
We
when
gotta
he goes with
we
the
gotta mix
Ugnaught.
the people back again because now it's becoming just me and obsession because we could yell at each other for
But
about
yet-
3 hours about
But my
stuff.
point is that he gives up his weapons when he goes with the Jawas. He
Mhm.
takes off his helmet for Grogu multiple times, gives his face to the Empire
Wait,
to
he
save the
takes
kid.
his helmet off for Grogu multiple times? Did we watch the same show?
Shows his face to the Empire to
Mhm.
with Bill Burr.
Once.
He takes his helmet off in front of the whole room at the end, in front of Luke Skywalker and the
Nope,
rest of
they
everybody
were
else.
already in the sewer. It was wrong.
When he says goodbye in your video, the video you duplicated was him saying goodbye.
That was end of season 2. Yeah,
It doesn't
he's
matter
looking at his
when.
face.
Why do
He's
you
face
care
anyway.
when? He's
All they
breaking
saw was
his
the back of
own
the head.
religious
What are you
creed
talking about?
rules and repeatedly so that he could save the kid. He goes against bounty. He goes after his mark after they've paid him. I'm not
Are
supposed
you
to know what
arguing
happened.
that he's a scoundrel?
I'm arguing that
No.
he's breaking the rules. He's not as honest
Mhm.
as that statement. You say a dishonest and unscrupulous person, a rogue. He turned himself into a rogue, right? He was like everything you're saying is proving my point that he is a scoundrel. Ultimately,
Okay, so I'm gonna do you one. I'm gonna spin this, and then Matt, do your thing. Hawks, just get up in here. Here's what I see. I see a brainwashed child who has been told his entire life, this is the code that you have to live by. And if you break this code, you are no longer part of our group.
True.
He adventures out into the world. He learns about things, some things he never learned as a child. He learns about love. He learns about caring for a child. And he breaks the code because he loves that child. That does not make you a scoundrel. Now, I get it that you're saying that, well, he's breaking the code. He's
no.
being ridiculous.
That's not what makes him a
I'm not
scoundrel.
done yet. You got to
A
get your
scoundrel
run.
is
Let
before
me
he
get my
meets
run
Grogu.
in.
Get it right. If you're going to argue, get it right.
Let me
Get it
my
right.
run
Don't
in.
twist my words.
Let me get my
Don't be
run
Fox
in.
News. Don't be CNN.
I
Do
know,
it right.
Mama. I know, Mama. I had to go Keisha on your ass.
Do it right.
Give me a minute.
Do it right.
Hawk, you want to go stream over there?
Like I said, you can have your spot. But I got to say, just because he takes his helmet off, and remember when he was confronted by love in the village by the lady, he didn't take his helmet off. He did not take his helmet off. She tried to take his helmet off. He had a chance at a happy life, a quiet life.
You know why he didn't take it off,
Woman.
right? Bros before
They were
hoes.
going to hunt him.
Bros before
Or
hoes.
hose. Thank you.
Gotta
Grogu.
save Grogu.
Well,
I think that
me being tactical, I'm like, they're going to hunt him. You can't stay here, bro.
Matt, what you say?
Like, Rose.
Scoundrel? Scoundrel?
I don't think
No
there's
scoundrel?
really between these two. Like, if we're comparing Din and Boba, that's one thing, because I think we can make comparisons and some contrast there, right? I don't think there's really a comparison between Han and Din. They're very different. I agree that Din was a very different person when we first meet him, and he evolves and there's character development and he changes. I wouldn't call him a scoundrel though at the beginning. I think because Han's a scoundrel. Han's untrustworthy for the most part, even with people that he loves or eventually learns to love, right? Think about even Han when he is a changed man.
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to the scoundrel life. He's like, this didn't really work for me. It goes back to being a scoundrel. Din, on the other hand, has this life-altering meeting with Grogu, and he starts to evolve from there. When he gets to the village, that's the ultimate point of change. He has this opportunity to just be done with it and go back to his old ways, but he chooses to keep on because this kid did something to him. It changed him. It reminded him of maybe of himself when he was a kid.
Yo, guess what?
Hmm?
Where did Mando find Grogu?
A little
Bang,
Crazy.
bang, explosions, ba ba
Mhm.
ba ba, explosions.
Yes.
You're
Just like the
Grogu
Mandalorian found him.
inside that shit, and it
Yes,
opens
bro.
up, and there's
Yes,
a Mandalorian
yes,
right there. That's
yes.
exactly how they found Mando.
Yes.
Yeah.
bro. Yes, he killed a droid right in front of him the
Oh my
same
God,
way
Hawk. That
that
was
Death Watch.
beautiful.
Bro, that like as Matt was describing
tomorrow on
that.
X-Wing, there's going to be a fan edit on X-Wing. Make sure you keep your eyes open for a beautiful fan edit.
But you know what I
I'm
mean? It's
telling
like
you.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that moment, that one moment, he kills IG-88, right in front of Grogu, the same way that Death Watch killed the super
Let's
No,
droids.
no.
The
Yeah, they
B,
didn't assassinate one of the B2s right in front of them.
Mhm.
They just opened up the cellar doors.
No, they
That's
assassinated
Watch
his
building.
parents right
no,
in
no,
front
but
of him.
didn't the droid open the thing
droid
pointed
opened
at
it.
him? And then Death
Yeah,
Watch
and
shot him. It's the
flying
same
up.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Like
Wait, did
in
we
Din-
get a scene of them blasting the B2?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the last.
That's what I'm saying.
clip.
That
I
whole
go back to
thing,
that.
like that whole thing was literally in Din Djarin's mind a replication of his experience with the Mandalorian
Foundling.
as a
The
foundling.
foundling.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And that moment
Exactly.
was like, oh my God, I have to protect this kid, right? Like even before he was given the task,
So that
it-
was come to Jesus moment.
something clicked, man. Just something changed. And those moments are happen to us all, right? I mean, this is what I always say is like, don't hate because that will end up in your family. That's karma, right? This is the opposite. Like he's seen his exact circle complete.
Mhm.
He found one, and then he's like, I got to protect this kid because he's my bounty. But then he gives the kid away, and he's like, well, what are you going to do with him?
Yeah.
Right,
Yep. He started to care again.
where's he
'Cause
where's he
still had
going?
it in mind. It's like, is this
I
kid
don't
worth more
care.
alive?
I'm just curious.
Yeah. I'm not going to do anything with this information. I got to know.
No, I'm just
saying.
I googled
think-
it.
I think if you look at Boba and Din, they were two different bounty hunters, right? They are two different lives, one with the creed, one without. And to me, bounty hunters in general are a bit scoundrelly, right? Yes, they live by a code, but as a general,
know,
Boss
man.
is a scoundrel. Cad Bane is definitely a scoundrel, right? Like,
But
all
they're
of
not
these-
Mandalorians.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It
who's
does.
religion.
Hold on. We got to rewind. I said Din has one. I think Boba has one. Hawk says, I don't know about that.
Has one
Has one what?
Creed.
creeds.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about.
Yeah,
saying the
I
religious-
think
I'm saying the religious creed, the Mandalorian creed. Boba doesn't believe in it.
because Boba Fett said specifically, "I'm just a simple man trying to make my way
He's
in the
just making
galaxy."
a living, right?
So
Just
he
like his father.
he doesn't
His targets
have
are scoundrels.
right, and
Well, he would have greased Din Djarin immediately if he didn't have a creed.
I think he needed his armor,
Mm-hmm.
and
I think he needed his armor.
Had Fennec poised to blow his brains out.
but then Din kills Boba.
Look,
Boba didn't have a blaster.
before Boba gets his armor,
Finnick pulls the trigger, so does Din, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Boba-
no. Fennec could have easily killed Din. Easily.
So why didn't? Because
When?
Boba has a code, you think?
when
Yeah.
I think it has
Well-
to do with kids, personally.
At that
Matt.
point, Fennec though wasn't targeting
all right.
Din.
Then
She was
let's
targeting
fast
Grogu.
forward. Let's fast forward 15 seconds from there. Right? We've agreed to put our weapons down. We're chilling out. Everything's done. That big old thing with the dark troopers, everything is done. Why wouldn't Boba grease him?
Because he has no qualm with them. There's
Wait.
there's nothing there.
No problem.
Yeah. Mandalorian. I think he,
I don't think that has anything
connections
to do
the
with it. I think
the
that
Mandalorian.
Boba wanted his armor, and he got his armor.
Yeah.
Right. That's
It's
what he
not
wanted.
like Din stole his armor from him. He happens to be the one in possession of it from the other guy.
And
So
he
all
knew
Boba wants is that armor.
he knew Cobb Vanth had it forever. I just think he waited for the right moment, and once he saw
killed Vanth.
Boba could have killed Cobb Vanth anytime he wanted. He could have had
Why
Finnick
didn't
kill
he do
Cobb.
it?
I don't think he could have because he had the armor on.
You think the armor was protecting him the
He
whole time?
lost
I don't
it.
think
He lost
Boba would have
it in
killed
that
Cobb
time
Vanth.
frame. He could have walked up and killed Cobb Vanth. He has a code. You guys are wrong. He has a code.
You think
Boba,
Boba
you're
without
saying.
his armor is killing
Yeah.
Cobb Vanth with the armor on? I think that's the reason why Boba didn't attack him.
Mhm. I
He
think
doesn't have
whole thing,
armor.
I think it's just respect. Like it's not. He's like
People
basically
are
you didn't do
calling
anything to
Boba
me,
Fett
so
a scoundrel, and you're wrong. He is a professional. Same
I'm not
as Din
calling Boba Fett a
Djarin,
scoundrel.
and
I don't
completely
care
different-
what you want to call
Okay,
it.
so
I
a
don't care what
professional
profession
what?
you are. You can still be a scoundrel if you're a prince. I don't care what your profession is or what your title is. You can be a scoundrel if you're anything. That's a
X-Wing.
moot and weak argument.
Is he a professional
He's a
bounty
professional
hunter
scoundrel.
or professional Mandalorian? Does he
Man.
want to live his life by a Mandalorian code or a bounty hunter code?
which Boba
Bounty hunter code.
is bounty
Okay.
hunter. Yeah, he's
Okay.
Don't
but
kill
he's
the innocent. Don't kill
Okay.
the innocent, and
Well,
you have no reason to kill anybody who's not involved in the situation.
he
Even if
incinerated
they're wearing your
Owen
armor.
and Baru on Tatooine.
Okay,
for
so
no good
then you
reason.
can get into Jodo Cast. Now that's a different situation when we look at Jodo Cast. In that point, yeah, Boba, grease that guy. Absolutely.
My
Kill
point
him
is
immediately.
look at young Boba Fett. Okay, like, go back to young Boba Fett when Jango is training Boba before Jango loses his head. You go back to some of these scenes that we've seen that are considered canon, and you look at Boba in one of these scenes that we see him as a more ruthless version of Jango Fett. Right? You see him as a child pulling the trigger without remorse. I'm sorry, that's a bit scoundrel-esque, right? I'm sorry. I know
No,
these
he's
characters are
proficient
beloved
in-
to your heart. I know that it hurts your heart souls and really pulls those strings, but these characters are allowed to be multiple things. They can be scoundrels. They can be not great and still be great characters and have
He
great
can make the
development.
choice of a scoundrel. Doesn't make him a scoundrel.
I just think he's there's not too much.
That was one time.
Maybe
think we're
this is a
defining
reflection on me. I'm
scoundrel
just
wrong.
saying that there are people in this world that can do bad things and be good people.
True,
And
but
you're,
that
and you're
doesn't make.
telling them, nah, they're scoundrels. No, they're bad people.
I'm not saying he's a bad person.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
A scoundrel can still be a lovable person. Look at Han Solo. You made the right interpretation. Han is dishonest sometimes. So are Mandalorians. So
Yeah.
is Din Djarin. So is Boba Fett. So is Fennec Shan. These people are dishonest. If you want to call it a spade, call it whatever you want. But it is still a fact that these are bounty hunters, and they will cut down their grandma for their bounty. They will lie to their grandma's face for their bounty. Right? I get that.
No
that
way.
you love your characters.
Listen,
Grammy
Leia is
bounty.
royalty. You don't talk about her like
Boba
that.
would
Get outta
not
here.
kill Django for money.
The thing about a scoundrel is that a scoundrel is going to lie and cheat their way for personal gain, most of the time for financial gain. That's what defines a scoundrel in the Star Wars universe.
Right.
They're about money and nothing else.
I think that's a
just to get that
swashbuckler.
leverage. They'll,
technically.
Okay,
like,
I mean, my point being is that
They're
these are not
fucking
honest people.
Barbosa.
You guys are making them like this is the royal court of Mandalore here, and we have a prime minister and a
This
senate.
is the
Like,
way, bro.
this is the Wild West time of
Jeez.
Star Wars, and you guys want to argue over whether
We
somebody's
want
a
to
scoundrel or
restore
not.
Mandalore.
They're scoundrels, dude. Cool. They're still great characters and good people, but they're bounty hunters. They will lie. They will cheat. They will do whatever they have to get their bounty. They're still scoundrels.
And
Professional-
Boba's not
okay,
going to be the one to
professional
save Mandalore.
scoundrels.
This is Boba's going to be doing crime lord stuff. He's going to be. He's
I've
still
never
in
seen
it for
Boba
personal
lie
gain.
once.
Is that Yoda? Did you guys just hear Yoda? Where did that come from?
Help me.
Yo, real quick.
When Boba lied, I can tell you when Din lied.
Well, it doesn't matter. Doing
Yeah,
a certain
yeah.
level of bad things.
Yeah.
Doing a certain level of bad things puts you over the line. I'm sorry. And some stuff that Boba did as a youngster with Bosk and with these other, he's done some awful stuff. And I'm sorry that they're beloved to your heart. And I know it hurts your heart chords, but he's a scoundrel. They're both scoundrels.
You
They're
keep assuming things just hurt me.
Well, I know Boba's special to you, like
a
Jake
yellow
Skywalker.
lightsaber. I
You
know
know,
you're gonna spend the next 7 days drinking yourself into a sleep because you had to think about yellow lightsabers.
well, I mean, Ray's lightsaber. I mean, that's not a Skywalker lightsaber. That's Ray's.
Oh. Ooh.
Big point just made in the chat.
Was that a? Oh, which one?
About
Yes,
bounty hunters and
absolutely.
keeping
have
their
not-
word.
Thank you. I am a scoundrel. Every one of my characters starts as a scoundrel.
I have to pee so bad.
Go pee pee.
I'm gonna.
Go.
Don't.
Yo, can we talk about the plot hole that Nikki brought up earlier? I'm gonna read it
Where?
Yeah,
Where?
we got.
because I've always asked myself this too about the armor.
Give me like the two.
I was under the
Didn't
impression.
make sense. Oh, I was under the. Oh, here we go.
Under the impression. This one.
Right. I'll be right back.
Yup. Like I always ask myself, why the hell didn't Boba Fett scrape Cobb Vanth across the sand and feed him to the crate dragon? Like,
I mean,
Well,
I think he knew where his armor was the whole time.
you think
Yeah,
he did or didn't?
Yeah, absolutely.
well,
Yeah. So
remember,
it's like, what the?
Cobb didn't steal the armor from Boba. He got him from the Jawas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the Aftermath novels, they talk about how he negotiated with another person and ended up getting it from the Jawas.
Hmm.
So I don't know if Boba Fett witnessed all that, but like, why did he wait?
I don't think
He
so.
had to go and get the ship and fly after him when he could have just,
Well, I think the Sand People rescued him. To be honest,
That's certainly possible. Because look,
I think-
Boba's been wandering around for some time at this point, in probably a weakened state. He was in that
at least
Sarlacc for
5
how
years.
long?
At least 5 years.
Yeah,
Right. At least 5 years, maybe 6 years at this point.
yeah. He's
So-
not going to go get into an all-out battle without being ready. He's very smart. He's been through some stuff, so
you
he's
think his
just,
body was probably weakened too.
yeah.
Well,
think
and,
about
and the
that.
Sand People don't have all the technology that
Right.
Jabba's palace does. So he's not.
Right.
Like I said, I personally think that scene that you guys that was in the trailer of one person walking up to Jabba's palace, I personally think that was Boba without his armor after the Sarlacc pit, and he went to Jabba to
that'd be
get
cool.
help, and that's why he iced Bib, because Bib turned him away at the door. Oh, Boba, don't have your armor not so tough, huh?
Mm.
Used to get at, like that's how I picture that interaction going, and I think that's why he goes right after Bib. I think he's been planning this for years, and then finally he's like, the Sand People took care of him. He finally sees Mando and follows the other Mandalorian on the planet, and then that leads him to Cobb. But I think he always knew where his armor was. I just think he was laying low, waiting for the right time, because Cobb was like the sheriff. He really couldn't be touched, and I'm sure Boba could have pushed a button on the suit and it all fell off him or some shit, or like betrayed him.
I don't know if I like to believe Boba was not aware until the Sarlacc pit crate dragon events, because
what I think,
then at that moment he's like, oh shit, okay, there it is. It's been literally here the whole time. But at the same time, it's like, this bro's been posing as you for forever. People aren't stupid. They know what a Mandalorian looks like. Boba Fett was at the palace.
Nobody else knew, because he asked around. He's like, have you seen any more of my kind? And everybody's like, you're the first Mandalorian I've seen in so long for I can't even remember. And then
They're walking around Cobb Vanth's town though, man.
No. I'm saying before, when Mando has to go talk to the Gamorrean fight organizer, right? And finds out there, after he Makakis that guy, that there's a Mandalorian on Tatooine, and he's like, I know Tatooine very well. I've never seen a like Din Djarin doesn't even know there's another Mandalorian there, and he's been around Tatooine. So I think that what you're saying is right. I don't think he knew where his armor was until the Krayt Dragon episode, and then he's watching these guys go where he fell out of, basically. Like,
so I'm gonna. This guy may hate me from here on out. Boba didn't take the armor back from Cobb because Cobb needed it.
yeah, because Boba's a nice guy.
Yeah, that is my.
No, he's a scoundrel.
So mad at me. Like, no, just
It's
no.
a matter of respect. That's the thing. Cobb was doing something respectful for that town.
Oh, and I'm sure Boba Fett was like, I'm so excited to see that this guy's doing something good with my armor.
No,
Thank
it's
you,
just
Matt.
that
No.
Chrisman, thank you for proving my point that Boba Fett is a scoundrel. He's not a nice guy that's going to let some guy use his armor to do nice things. As soon as he found his armor, he wanted his armor.
it's not. It's
That-
not.
Just oh,
Thanks,
This
Matt.
is ridiculous.
High five, bro.
no.
No. No.
No, no, no.
Oh my god.
That one was great.
Yeah, so that's a plot hole.
I think we're gonna get that hole filled when we
Okay,
get
so I
to the
wanted
I
to-
hope Cobb Vanth comes back. I liked him a
back
lot.
up. Had to go
But
back up. Hold on.
To bring
No.
you into what I was saying, to bring you in before when you were in the potty.
Mm.
That scene of the one person walking up Jabba's palace, I think that's a wounded Boba Fett after he gets out the Sarlacc pit, and he's walking up there, and Bib is the one who comes to the door, and he's like, "Boba no armor, Boba no threat," and basically kicks him down the hill. That's why he guns him down immediately
Lame.
after he. That's
I
it.
think it's Finnick and I don't think that's a misdirect.
Yeah,
I think it's Finnick
lame.
and the Red Key
like
Raider.
that.
I really hope that is the Red Key Raiders too, man. That's got
Yeah.
big implications.
Yeah. Well, and it ties directly back into season 2 of Mandalorian.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again because I can't remember what they looked like, what they were wearing.
The answer is yes.
Jesus, Daryl.
100%.
Yeah, Daryl. We're gonna get that hole filled.
Leave me alone. I do fine. All right.
No, that wasn't my New Zealand. That was my my I'm an idiot accent. That wasn't anywhere Kiwi, Aussie, New Jersey, Texas. That was like that was me being an idiot. That's what that was. Please don't take
My best Kiwi word is wristman.
Rissman.
That's an evil wristman.
They're tough over there. I don't mess with those accents. New Jersey, New York, I'm not worried about them, but the Aussies and Kiwis, they tough. They tough.
Yo, another point that Felicity brought up too was the fact that every time Din turns in a bounty, he's giving the Beskar to foundlings to help foundlings have armor as well. Like, so he wasn't allowed to
giving
just
extra.
keep.
What
He
a
wasn't allowed to just keep
scoundrel.
all of the Beskar.
What
But
an
he-
awful
that
man.
was the extras, right? That's the scraps. Like, yeah.
I
they
mean,
could've
no,
made
it was like this mission. You're awarded this one pauldron. Now piss off. The rest is
Okay,
going to
all
the
right, all right.
clan.
Here's my statement. Agree or disagree?
disagree.
Din Djarin is Aragorn.
Yes,
Aragorn.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm down.
Is Aragorn a
Return of the
scoundrel?
King, baby.
Aragon.
No, Aragorn.
Yeah, Return of the King.
Aragorn.
Are you looking up Christopher Paolini's Aragon and Aragorn right now? Do you really need to know the difference between Brissinger and Lord of the Rings?
No, that's
Wait,
not what I'm
wasn't
looking
that
up at
the
all.
one that
Here, you
16-year-old
wanna-
kid
you wanna
wrote about
see my screen
dragons?
here? Here, that's for you. That's my screen. That's what I'm. That's I was jumping to Twitter because I was going to pull something down for you, but okay.
Are we talking
cool
about
story.
dragon riding?
Yeah.
Ooh,
we're talking
dragon
about
riding.
Aragon, Christopher Paolini, Aragon, Elder, eldest.
Boba Fett rides a dragon in the holiday special.
That's a sequel that needs to be made.
Oh boy.
Wasn't it John Malkovich with a big ass black dragon?
Was yes.
That was.
Yeah. Yep.
What? Come on.
They should have made. I wish they would have made a sequel to that.
Did you
That
read
was-
those
Snyder
books,
Cut, what?
Fox?
No.
Ugh.
They were really good.
know.
And then I watched.
I
the
actually
movie, I'm like,
can't
"You know what?
read,
I don't want this
so."
anymore. That's ruined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 34 hours reading those books.
Millennials always so triggered.
Mm.
I'm trying. See, the chat's coming around to my side now.
I feel like if I smoked drugs, I would agree with Hawk. You're like, yeah, they're coming around. They are
But yeah,
definitely.
Here we go.
They're coming. They're coming back. I
We're-
really
We're producing spice back here right now, actually.
Hydra Spanner's in here. What's up, brother? If Boba's a scoundrel, he would have find ways to kill Din's. Okay, all right, hold on. I gotta slow this down. If Boba's a scoundrel, he would have find ways to kill Din's armor and take in what's inside the Razor Crest. I think what was going on there was if Boba was a scoundrel, he would have killed Din and taken the armor from the Razor Crest.
Well, he did take the armor from the Razor Crest without permission. For
He did.
starters. He did.
100%.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So he's
he did.
dishonest. He's a
That's
thief.
stealing.
He's a thief.
Hmm.
Can't trust
so
him, therefore.
scoundrel. He's a thief. But yeah, I mean, look, in the end, yes, Din Djarin is the unwilling king. Yes, he's not king by lineage. He is king by the right of the saber and by the right of winning the saber in combat. I believe he will be challenged for the saber, but I don't think I truly believe he'll carry it until Bo guts him after everything is said and done. Because
I saw some people.
Bo-Katan's a scoundrel too.
Okay, here, Obsession, do you want to just like add that to my hashtag X-Wing scoundrel, Mac Cave, scoundrel, 100%.
I'm telling you right now, Bo-Katan is gonna gut Din Djarin for that saber or try to.
Okay,
all right. She's going to be more in his face about doing that. She's not going to lie and cheat her way to it. She's going to be like, "I'm going to take you down now," and then she's going to go at him.
I could see her coming up from behind after the big battle.
No, because
that would be
like
healthy Star Wars bet right now. I smell a very healthy Star Wars bet right now.
I told
you wouldn't. She wouldn't get the saber then.
Mr. Obsession, we're both.
I told you that dark saber was mine.
We're both Nevadans. Will you take me up on a bet?
Sure, tee it up.
Okay.
I'm not giving you 100-to-1 odds this time, though, sister.
No,
you're gonna have to pony up.
This is 1-to-1, $100.
Okay, I'm in. Don't name your terms.
Mace Windu shows up is mine.
In Book of Boba?
In Book of Boba?
No. This is within the next 2 years of Star Wars.
You can't do that because I already think he's coming back in Mando at the end.
I ain't waiting 2 years on this bet,
He's
bro.
going to be in Kenobi.
I'm a boomer. I ain't getting any younger.
He's going to be in Kenobi.
Well, now we have to write out terms because I think Boba, you think Kenobi.
I think Kenobi before Boba, yeah. I think Mason Kenobi before Boba.
How did we just get here?
Because he had
not a bet. We're Nevadans.
We gamble on everything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is.
The cat will eat that
Like,
cockroach
you
before
get a
morning.
I'll go to the gas station.
But were we talking about Bo-Katan taking the black saber? How did we get to Mace
You have
Windu?
part in this bet, but you
one
have
of
to
them.
let it develop.
Hold on, I'm polishing my grown out more mustache than X-Wing after a month.
Oh, oof.
Your mustache is trash. I can actually say
bro,
this.
I'm not allowed to grow it. I look like a drug dealer in Panama in the 80s. It's not pretty.
You
Dude,
looked like
get
that
the
before
full
you
beard,
had
man.
a
You got it
mustache. What are
there.
you talking about?
I think
Okay,
it goes full beard.
Bo-Katan. Let's start with the Bo-Katan bet because the Mace Windu one is too hard.
Hold on. Let's hit a super chat. Hold on. Let's hit the
because I
chat.
got.
Then
Are we
hit the
gonna hit
super
it in
chat.
like this kind of hit, or is it like the dance, work?
Boba is now the anti-hero. I'm cool with that. I like that.
Yeah.
As long as he wakes up and
goes off
chooses.
camera to smoke bath salts.
Listen,
Can confirm.
Boba can be an anti-hero as long as every day he wakes up and chooses violence. Okay.
Bo-Katan fights Din. I'm aroused. You're aroused by less than that. But
She challenges for sure. For sure, she challenges.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they all become Mudhorn.
Who gets who?
Everybody that was on that ship right at the end.
I think Mando.
I mean,
kills
minus
Bo-Katan.
Cara Dune.
I'm not gonna lie. I
don't know
think
if I like the way you said that.
Oh, I don't agree with you there. I think watching
this dream is deteriorating quickly.
Watching Bo,
everything is
Bo fight Pre Vizsla or Pre, right?
Pre Vizsla.
Yeah.
Tar Vizsla is the original fucking
Tar.
Should
So
go.
watching her fight Pre Vizsla and keep up with a fully trained lethal Death Watch leader, I think she holds up pretty good against Din Djarin.
He was a boomer.
What do we think about?
We have to read this super.
Oh
Do
yeah,
it.
get to the super.
From Felicity. Is it Poobell or Powell or Obeye? Yes, there are a lot of plot holes and mistakes in Mando. Remember, the tracking fobs that got abandoned in the next season. I hope they clean that up. But that just bolsters the eventual scrapping of the sequel trilogy for me. Okay, hold on, because I gotta rethink this here. Yes, there are a lot of plot holes and mistakes, Mando. Remember that the tracking fobs got abandoned in the next season. I hope they clean that up, but that just bolsters the eventual scrapping of the sequel trilogy.
Tracking fobs got erased.
The only thing
He
I
wasn't
don't
hunting
get is
bounties.
how the only thing I don't get, Felicity, is how that interacts with the sequel trilogy. What the fobs have to do with bolstering the eventual scrapping of the sequel trilogy? That's the only thing.
And I don't think that they got abandoned. He wasn't taking bounties at that point. They were on the run.
And also, by the way, you did kill a youngling, so go tonight and remember.
Thank you.
You have to live with that forever.
Oh, youngling dead. Tartalina.
She broke my brain.
You better do another one for Arlena real quick.
She broke my brain.
Yeah.
Honestly. I just didn't understand what the connection there.
Is she talking about the actual trackers that they had going after the bounty?
Yeah.
They're talking about she's talking about Grogu's fobs.
Okay.
Just
all of
maybe
those,
just the Grogu fobs.
Felicity, please,
the fact that so the fact that every single member of the guild had this thing and they were all going off. And then in the second season, like they didn't have to deal with any of the guild.
Well, that's because it didn't.
But again, like Grief Karga joined them, so did that kind of
put a
kibosh on that?
The only thing I don't get is that it bolsters the eventual scrapping of the sequel trilogy.
Well, but
the only thing I don't get, how does that? What?
Well, I think it's okay. I'm trying to work it out of my brain here because correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding of those trackers was that it's not literally tracking the bounty. It's tracking the sightings that have been reported of that bounty. Am I wrong in saying that?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I think it tracks it.
Do you remember when Mando walked down the main street and everybody's fobs were like boop 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 boop?
Like they accelerate when the bounty is closer.
Yeah.
So it's
how,
based
wait,
on their
then how is that possible? Because that's weird, isn't it?
chain codes. That's what they're saying about chain codes. There wasn't
Everyone has implanted chain codes.
Well, everybody's DNA is a chain code, basically.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's basically how
microchips.
So how are they going to know the chain code for Grogu, a creature that nobody knew even existed?
They have his.
The Empire had it.
Yeah,
because Palpatine obviously got it when he went into the temple, because all of the Jedi have chain code, right?
Like because they were policing the Republic. Because they're police,
okay,
and they are terrorists.
So they had all that info in the temple, and Palpatine had full access to the Jedi archives. So Grogu, but they didn't have a fob to show what he looked like. They only had his chain code.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah, and remind me too, Obsession, because I don't remember.
There's got to be a range on
was
them.
it in the Ahsoka book, or was that in Bad Batch, or where was it when they're talking about like everybody now has to have a chain code?
Bad Batch.
I think that was Bad Batch, right?
Because they were showing. I did a whole video on chain codes. They showed how you come in and turn in your Republic credits.
Yeah.
And they give you.
Okay. All right. No. Now that we talked about it, I'm on Matt Cave's side. Why would they have his chain code if they had to pull him from the temple during Order 66?
That's
because
he was born pre. He was born pre.
He was born when Anakin
there was no
born.
threat.
He was born before the
why
war.
Would they have his chain code?
That was
because
the rule of the
everybody's
Senate.
chain code. Everybody had chain
even
code.
During the time of the Republic.
Definitely the Jedi. Definitely the Jedi, right? Because you would have to do metachlorine counts, which takes your DNA. which is basically your chain code. So like they're doing testing on the younglings when they get to the temple for all of that stuff. And
Yeah,
so
must
they
have
would have
started
his
pretty-
DNA so they could make a chain code. That's why they didn't have a picture or couldn't tell you what he looked like, because they just had his DNA from the temple. And that's what created the chain code.
We've got a pre and pas. Can we have a post Vizsla?
I think we're going to get a post Vizsla, actually.
I still don't think that the
I do
fobs are
think we're
really
gonna
that
get
much
a
of a
post Vizsla.
Miss Arlena. Sorry I'm
Oh,
late. I was busy. I think she found a saber somewhere. Not 100% sure, but away with the young. Why do you people hate children?
Thank you.
I told you, I'm going to smack that kid every single time you play it.
Thank you, Darth Arlena. Well, I appreciate
All
you.
right. So this is kind of blowing my mind here because
Yo, no, hold
I
up.
didn't really
go
think
ahead.
about that the way it was. Yeah, what do you got, Hawk?
Boba Fett, well, Django's armor has chain code.
Yes. Chain codes are not a new thing. They've just got different. They've just been different across time. Like the Jedi didn't have chain codes, right? They just tested your blood for midichlorians, and everybody's DNA and their midichlorian count was different. So they stored all that information in the archives. The Empire used chain codes to track everybody, right? And Mandalorians probably had-
Well, okay, hold on. I gotta stop this. Chain codes only happened during Empire times.
false.
Didn't Jango Fett's chain
Yes.
code get implanted in
Yes.
that
The
armor?
armor,
And that's why you said,
That's what I thought he said, unless it was.
"This is my father, Jango Fett."
And
This is
then
my
prior
father's
to that, yeah.
My chain code was encoded to it here.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I don't
chain
think
codes
it
are not
was-
new, everybody. Chain codes are new. The Empire took the idea of chain codes probably from old times, but Mandalorians, whatever. But the Empire only took chain codes and made them across the galaxy so they could track every ship, so they could track every person and where they're going, because they wanted control. Chain
Wait,
codes
let me
were not
Google
new.
this. I gotta see if it's in the High Republic. Hang on.
They definitely just used
Very
them
much.
efficiently so that they could track everybody, because the Empire wanted every person in the galaxy trackable.
Yeah.
And so they weren't
Yeah.
new. They probably took them from Mandalorians, because
I told you
Mandalorians
guys I
probably did
didn't
chain
want to talk about real world issues.
code. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I can't control the
So
Chain codes are real.
chat. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
who is the
chat.
Hitler that? Who's the Hitler that talked everybody into?
Oh,
the
that's
chain
it. The
code
stream's
idea?
demonetized. Let's just stop it.
there we go.
And it's over.
With the chain code idea, man.
Council. Let's all give a round of applause for Hawks Holocaust for saying Hitler, and that'll be
Oh,
the
is that really what happens now?
And that's the end of the monetized stream, guys. We're
And
gonna
there
try
you
part 2 in 10
go.
minutes,
Thank you
and,
so much, Hawks Holocaust, for coming on. That was actually the game show. We were waiting for you to say Hitler.
Oh, what I win? This is
Yeah.
gonna be a scary prize.
I do.
You want a pineapple up your
You're
ass?
not cutting my hair.
Oh,
Nick, I don't know if chain codes. I don't know if at some point after the Empire took over Mandalore, that the Mandalorians stopped chain coding their armor for fear of being tracked in some way. I don't know, but I do think the older Mandalorians did chain code their armor because they passed it on from generation to generation. Sabine said her armor was like 300 years old, that she remolded it herself to fit her. So I do believe that I think the Empire actually took chain codes from Mandalorians when they took Mandalore.
Makes sense.
it would make sense. Yeah. Now, speaking of Sabine, what are your thoughts on her versus Bo-Katan for the Darksaber? I know Sabine gave it up,
I
Not
think,
interested.
but
I
others
call-
wanted her to have it.
I call Sabine. Sabine got trained by a Jedi.
Would absolutely wreck her guts.
We're gonna see her. She's
I don't
cast.
think so, dude. She beat
You're talking about a rebellious
Sabine-
teenager and a
Sabine-
hardened war veteran.
Sabine
She would
beat
rip her
Kanan trained her, and so did Ezra.
throat.
Sabine beat Pre Vizsla.
Hmm.
She beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And Bo couldn't beat Pre Vizsla. So by the laws of drag racing and import mathematics,
Oh
Sabine
man, I'm
beats
sorry. I forgot to take drag racing into consideration when I thought about Bo-Katan and Sabine.
Bo-Katan by
Flipped her on the
law of
line.
by law of tournament rules. I mean,
Oh gosh.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
No, but
That's what I'm
Sabine
saying.
was a good. Sabine was already a
Mhm.
warrior. She
Mhm.
just got different training from Kanan on top of that.
And she
And
technically
if,
won the
and
dark
if
saber from
Sabine and
Kree.
Bo-Katan met,
Yes.
Bo-Katan would say,
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. You
I'm
broke
You
clicking
are
on so many
tripping.
things.
Thank you.
Hitting all the
You are
buttons.
tripping. You are tripping. If you think that Bo-Katan is an old lady of her old years,
Old
and a young
lady?
Sabine Wren with Ezra Saber is gonna
Old
whoop her
lady?
ass, right? Gonna whoop that ass. I'm
You know
sorry.
what? It's
Sabine-
crazy. I forgot that Bo-Katan walked onto an Imperial cruiser and
Mhm.
wiped out half of the crew basically by herself.
Oh yeah, except with those 4 other trained Mandalorians, right? Oh,
You're
that's
talking-
right. A whole squad of
One,
Mandalorians.
one had the saber.
And them.
Come on, man. Let's be real. Sabine beat a dude that was holding the dark saber and chose to give it to Bo-Katan because she didn't want to rule, and Bo-Katan was the rightful
We
ruler of
talking
Mandalore.
MMA math, I guess.
Right? Yes, exactly. Thank you, Felicity. At a girl. So then you have Sabine that didn't beat Pre Vizsla in their match on Mandalore, and Sabine is older. I'm sorry, Bo is older at this point, and Sabine is still pretty fresh. I'm sorry. I think saber combat, saber to saber, Sabine has more training, legit training.
I'm gonna ask you to listen to me for like 2 seconds.
I'll even mute my mic for you. Go.
No, keep it up. And do me a favor, don't run away. Don't put your screen on and run away and do your little thing. Don't do that thing. Bo-Katan is a war veteran. She is a battle-hardened bitch.
You're
She
right.
is fucking rough.
Yep.
Ready. She is a actual Star Wars female who is a bad bitch.
And the other is a digital artist.
Hold on.
5 Republic credits. I'm gonna put this on the table. 5 Republic credits says that a purple-haired, fun, spunky colored Mandalorian fucking teenage
Space whale riding.
is gonna beat Bo-Katan in a fight and get the darksaber. You know
You're
what?
right. You're right. A Mandalorian that was trained.
No, obsession.
No, you said 2 minutes. Your 2 minutes are up.
No, I'm not
Your
done.
2 minutes are up.
I got 15 seconds left. I will bet you this sweatshirt that Bo-Katan takes the darksaber. I'm sorry. Satine takes the darksaber.
Sabine, try again.
Sabine, not Duchess Satine. Sabine takes the
R.I.P.
darksaber from Bo-Katan.
Sabine takes it from Bo.
Because
Oh,
she
well.
has purple hair and a
No, bro,
funky,
whatever.
fun
I know
Mandalorian
you have
color.
a thing. Okay, time's up. I know you have a thing for purple hair, and this upsets you, just like our last conversation where you almost had an aneurysm. So I know purple hair triggers
the
you for
last
some reason.
conversation?
You millennials have a huge problem
I
with
thought it was a
purple hair,
door.
right? But Sabine is also battle hardened. Not only was she trained on Mandalore as a child by the Wren clan, who is a badass group of Mandalorians, then she decides to go in the Empire and is trained in Imperial ways and actually builds the weapon that kills her.
Imperial ways. What does that mean?
She learns all their tactics. She learns all their fighting a bit. Like, she's probably a better fighter than them, but she learns everything about the Empire.
Okay.
She builds an amazing weapon that wipes out most of her people, unfortunately.
Wow. So she killed all of her own
She's
people?
a scoundrel.
Oh,
She
Jesus
then
Christ.
becomes a member of the
take the darksaber. I
then
secede. You're right.
hold on, time out.
Totally have the
Time out.
darksaber.
Then she goes and joins a ragtag group of thieves and scoundrels that is the Ghost Crew, right? A badass Mandalorian right there who kills countless Imperials, is an expert bomb maker, but she's not battle hardened like Bo-Katan. Come on, guy. Let's
Hide your
be
kids,
real
hide
here.
your wife. We all scoundrels out here.
All right, we all a bunch
Scoundrels
of
out here.
scoundrels. All right, but look,
that's
Sabine
gonna be
Sabine
obsession
is
through
battle
timeline.
hardened.
It's like
Sabine
that's it,
Sabine
yeah.
is just as battle hardened as Bo-Katan.
So
And
here, look.
and she got trained by the
She's
Jedi.
nowhere near as battle hardened as Bo.
Oh God, you're so arrogant. You're
There's
so arrogant.
two very different styles here,
We're talking
right?
about
So
Star Wars. We're
Bo-Katan,
not talking about education.
Bo-Katan is a
That doesn't make you
warrior.
arrogant.
Get him.
Just
Matt,
because
Matt,
she's a
listen, hold on a
general
second. I
doesn't
got
make
you.
her a
I got
better
this.
warrior.
All right, Matt,
Bo-Katan
go.
is a
Matt, go.
Mandalorian warrior. She's been in wars, right?
Who?
Preach.
Bo.
Bo-Katan.
But here's
Who?
the difference. Bo-Katan.
Who?
Here's the difference. Sabine has been through several training styles, not just Mandalorian. She learned how to fight as a Mandalorian. She then learns how to fight as a Jedi. Actually, before that, she learns how to fight as an Imperial officer. She then is now with Ahsoka for a long time. I guarantee still honing her skills that she
Still
started
using
with him.
Ezra's lightsaber.
Yeah. By the time we see Sabine again, she's going to be this well-rounded warrior that can hold her own against
She's
not
just
only
a purple-haired tagger that does street art on all the Imperial stuff, and she's nothing. She's just
still
a
gonna be an
purple.
Listen,
artist.
I said digital artist. I mean, I wasn't saying that she was a
she'll always be an
tagger.
artist. But here's the thing.
I'm not saying that she's not a badass. I'm not saying that she's not capable and she's totally awesome. I'm just saying Bo-Katan versus Sabine is a no contest.
No,
I think Sabine would
Bo-Katan lost to Moff Gideon.
Max,
Bo-Katan lost the dark saber. She has repeatedly lost the dark saber. She's
How about
not
this, though?
worthy.
how
she's
about the
not worthy.
want? Who wants it more? You believe in competition and who wants it more?
that's the thing.
Bo-Katan
Bo-Katan wants it.
clearly wants it more.
let's settle this 100% 1-to-1 vote.
To her fault.
Bo-Katan versus Sabine. 1 for Sabine, 2 for Bo-Katan. I'm going 2.
Oh, I mean, that's one. Like, sorry,
Wow.
bro. You're
Of
split.
course. See, this is why I
Wow.
love this council, is because it's always a dead loss.
It's
Chat, put it in. 1 for Sabine, 2
We
for
need a poll.
Bo-Katan.
We need a legit. How many people are here?
I don't know how to do that.
Do it, man. Do it.
Booma.
can't have the
Figure it
boomer
out.
to do a poll.
And to finish this out, look, I'm a huge Bo-Katan simp, right? Let's be
Mhm.
real. I think Bo-Katan is legit a master at what she does, but I think Bo-Katan is most
I'm a
lethal
boomer. I'm counting this on my hands.
with the group of Mandalorians, right? One by herself, she is not as good when she's running solo. And Sabine is the master of going, all right, it's just me. Let's go. Let's fight against Inquisitors, against anybody that steps her way, right? She's like, I am down. Bo-Katan has lost a lot. She is desperate at this point to get her hands on the Darksaber because it is her last chance to rule, right? This is it. She was given it. Moff Gideon took it. She went to get it. Din Djarin took it. She can't take it a second time, right? You're only putting up the twos.
No, it's eight to it's
fucker.
8-5. It's 8-5.
It-
Bo-Katan.
It
right
wouldn't be a quick fight. Bo-Katan would still hold up, right? This would be a
Yes.
good fight. But
Yes.
I think Sabine has the edge over her at this
I do
point.
too. Spending so much time with a Jedi, right? Like Kanan not only taught her the forms, right? The basic forms, but also taught her to use her Mandalorian traits with the saber, right?
Yeah.
That was a big thing, is like you're using all of the fire and the whips and the missiles and all of that
Yeah.
stuff, but she learned to use it with the saber.
You're saying that Sabine, because she's traveling with Ahsoka
fuck?
now, is stronger at combat with the saber. Like she might as well be training with the Bendu, bro. They're
No,
not
no,
doing
that's what I'm
saber
saying.
combat.
I agree with Matt. I think before Ahsoka shows up, she's already got skill sets above Bo-Katan because Kanan taught her to use her Mandalorian fighting skill and the Jedi stuff and combine them together and train with Ezra. And then
What a
Ezra
patience
gives
there.
her the saber, and Ahsoka's like, "Here, I brought you this Beskar staff," and she's like, "Cool, bro. I've already got a weapon." And then she's like, "Oh," and then she continues to train her saber techniques So yeah, by the time we see Sabine live action, I expect her to be a badass saber.
Mhm. She's
Right.
going to be it's going to be like Ahsoka, like a freaking artist with these melee combat, but she's
Mhm.
going to be mixing in blasters, flamethrowers, the whip thing.
Like you
She's
remember
gonna
in
have
KOTOR,
everything.
how you could have the melee and the blaster at the same
Yeah, yeah.
time. Like that's how I picture Sabine with a jetpack. Like she's
Hell
the
yeah.
ultimate threat, bro. She like right now, like I think Bo-Katan's a bad. Like I said, I'm a simp. I love Bo-Katan. I love Katie Sackhoff. I love the character.
Oh, nothing but love for
Sabine-
Bo-Katan, Katie Sackhoff, right?
Sabine is ruthless, bro. When it comes to battle and training, like she is so
Look,
into it. And I think
Bo-Katan is
Bo
the Big
desperate.
Mac. Sabine's the combo meal.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't think we'll ever
take
see
a
it
break.
though.
Take a break,
Yeah.
boomers. Let's remember that we don't like women in Star Wars, right? And that's why we don't talk about it. We don't like strong women in Star Wars.
You know somebody's gonna clip that, you dumbass.
That's just the funniest thing to me in the world is that we love these women in Star Wars. We love these strong women in Star Wars, and yet again, like you said, Matt Cave, somebody's gonna clip that.
What about them two nice white fellows that are moving over to the movie department?
What about that cowboy and that fat man? What
Wait,
about them two
are they
guys?
a couple?
Wasn't gonna get canceled until
Are they like together?
What
Oh,
about
man.
the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Anyway, what's going on in the chat?
you just said save the children, and by doing that, you killed another youngling.
Thank you.
Jedi Master Stones with a $5 holla says, what about the Wookiees? Save the children for the Republic, for the rebellion. This is the way. Man, there were a lot of good quotes in there. Some very good ones. Strong females. Yeah, there are a lot of really good strong females.
We've had
Star
strong
Wars.
females in Star Wars since the original. And they
Yeah,
just
since
kept
the OG.
happening.
And honestly,
but you can't have purple hair. That's the trigger. Apparently,
Yeah,
that's it.
if
It's
you
like if you
have
have purple
purple hair,
hair, stop.
look, here's the deal. Why
Drop
do you
it
have to? Why do you have to dye your hair purple? Why?
What if
She's
it's
an artist.
naturally purple?
She's an artist. She's a street tagger. She's out there tagging up all
No,
the
I'm talking
imperial
about
To
stuff.
make you ask questions.
I know you were
bro.
talking about Holdo.
Why?
Don't you have
Does it matter
tattoos?
what
Why'd you get
color
it?
your hair is? Why
Well,
does it?
Yeah, but Sabine
Why does it
changed her
matter?
hair like multiple times throughout the
Can you
series.
see my tattoos?
No,
does
but
it-
why? Why do you hide them?
You know
I'm,
why?
I'm not hiding them. They're just on my body. I'm not
Oh.
telling anybody about my tattoos.
My
Mm.
point being is
You
it
just got
doesn't.
problems with people telling them about their purple hair.
Well, look, here's the deal. If I had Nug Life tattooed on the front of my face, people might be like, why do you have that there? My
You
question
probably have to
is,
answer it a lot.
why do people make these big statements about here's who I am, I'm this person? Why?
But what does your hair color define that?
It's a whole
Right?
other conversation.
Like
Well,
why
here's
why
the
is
deal.
that the trick? Why is that the trigger for you? Why is it this purple-haired woman instead of this old hag in the ship flying into light speed
The-
through some
the
stuff?
deal
Right? Like
for
When
why
a
me
can't
droid
it be-
could have done it.
why couldn't
Because
why does it have to be this thing? Right? Why does purple hair is such a trigger for you? Were you
Oh,
did somebody dye your
talk
hair
for
purple
fucking
at
2
some point?
seconds? You guys just
I think we've gone to the dark place.
Yeah, this is traveling slowly into like late night
After
actually.
dark.
Got
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
place I can't follow.
Because for me, my hair grows out of my head. It's an unfortunate circumstance. I have to deal with it. Something I have to deal with. My hair grows out of my head, and I'm okay with that. It's taken a long time for me to actually come to terms with the fact that my hair does actually grow out of
head too.
It does. But here's the thing: anytime you do something like that, you do a big statement, you get a neck or a face tattoo or big purple hair or like a fucking nose like the bulls that I used to ride, you get piercings in your face,
Adorable.
stuff like that. Everybody says everybody says it is a expression of my reality. I'm like, cool, awesome.
People don't say that.
9 times out of 10, everybody that does that has the purple hair, that has the nosy thingy, or they have stuff stuck in their face, or this and that, and all these different kind of statements against society. They have something they want to say. They're searching for something. They want a reaction. There is something in their life that they require a reaction from. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Otherwise, I would have a blue mustache and purple hair. Because
it's not for you to get. That's the point. They're not doing it for you. They're doing it for them.
well, then why are they putting it out there in the world?
It's for them. Look, man, I had to change into my good robes because we're going to a dark place. I can't follow.
We are in a very dark place right
Look,
now.
Dude, guys, can you give me like 5 minutes and I'm gonna come back and blow your minds? No, I'm serious. I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes and blow your minds.
He's gonna dye his hair.
He's gonna go put filter on.
We're gonna have to transfer it to a late night because I'm talking Sith robes and yellow eyes.
Oh man.
So go ahead, go change. Go wardrobe change.
I feel attacked.
I don't know
Why?
what to do.
Is your purple hair and all your?
I mean,
I'm
I've dyed
so-
my hair numerous times.
Me too.
Just
but
to make stiff muff like you ask questions.
Okay.
If I'm being honest.
We get hold on. We gotta hit the super chat.
I like Star Wars and video games.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I love. People are like, talk about the purple hairs.
Right. Look, for me, I wish I had hair to color. Let's start there. So, hashtag bald men don't get to color their hair. Secondly, be you. I don't care what color your hair is. I don't care what tattoos you have. I don't care.
Do you know about my grandfather?
I don't care what piercings you have, even though some of them gnar me the hell out. Right? I don't judge. And if purple hair is your trigger, cool. That's cool. That's unfortunate that's how easy it is to upset you. But for me, you be you, and if you have purple hair, I don't even look at the hair color of the person that's on the screen in front of me. I didn't think of Holdo as that purple-haired monster.
Why is your hair purple? That's my question. Why?
I feel bad for the normal ass dude out there with purple hair.
Let him answer. Why is your hair purple?
What does it matter? What if it was red?
Doesn't
What
matter.
if it was blue?
But why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
Why did
Twi'leks
what kind of question is that?
Why are there blue Twi'leks? Why are there green Gamorreans? Why?
You
because
had no
that's the
motive
choice.
behind it. It was no reason.
Why does Leia have different color hair now than she did when she was younger? Who cares? It's not your place.
So if I just walked over to my freezer and just smeared mashed potatoes on my face and walked out into public, and people are like, does that guy have mashed potatoes on his face? And
if you went and took a dump on your hand and rubbed it on your face, do you?
I'm expressing myself.
Cool. You know, there's entire conventions dedicated to people being who they want to be.
Have lost their way.
You know, well, but your way is not.
I think you're included in that. I think you're included in that.
I think what happened here, and actually Jedi Master Stones put it a good way here, because I'm not sure how we got here exactly, but we're here.
We got here because of Sabine.
The problem is not the God of the hair, whatever. The problem is if you're doing something to draw attention, but you're mad at someone for
paying attention
giving you attention. That's the problem. Most people that do all this stuff
hold up, bro. You're calling people trash, but we just need to slow down, okay? These people are lashing out when you bring up the purple hair. You guys can't even have a conversation with someone with fucking purple hair because you can't stop talking about the purple hair.
I do all the time.
But right now, what we're talking about is purple hair. The opinion of that person, we don't even know what person we're talking about right now. So
no, we're talking. Listen, there's people.
The problem is that the people who are speaking out with purple hair being super ass annoying about it are making
Can we-
all the other
can we
people
end
who
this
just
and
like
do it
to
late
dye
night?
their hair
Can we
look
end
bad.
this?
That's the
Can we
point.
end this and do it and then do a late night? Because I want to.
No, I think this is healthy, and I think a lot of Star Wars fans
Boomer?
need to hear this conversation.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
Star Wars.
No,
But,
that's the point,
This
though.
is
Hawk,
Star
you're
Wars.
right.
This
But
is
it
like the
is.
root
That's
of
the-
this fandom's issue, in my opinion.
okay.
Right.
All right.
Is that
Fine.
people can't
I'm into it.
overlook purple
into
hair
it.
to have a
I'm into it.
goddamn conversation with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come on the
Look,
stream
hey,
tomorrow with
look,
the purple
here, hey,
mohawk.
Ox, I've never spoken to anybody that has a hair color that's different because I'm a toxic man.
Listen,
But I'm just saying, like, if I came on the stream with purple hair, my opinion now is different.
oh, man, I
And
need a
my
purple wig.
my motives are different. No, there are people out
When
there
you're
with purple
talking about
hair
what,
being
Star Wars?
assholes.
No, of course I'm going to listen.
There's
to you.
people out there with purple hair being assholes. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Right.
That's
But
it's
just
not
a
about
few
the color
people
of their
that
hair.
ruin it
They're
for
just
the
an
rest.
asshole.
It's like everything else. It's just a
I just
few
don't get
people that ruin it for
you
the rest.
have why you like. Okay. Look, here's the deal. If you had purple hair, Hawks, it's obviously not going to be an issue. You're my buddy. Love you. You want to dye your hair purple? Go crazy. You are a very reasonable person with very reasonable intentions. 99% of the people that I've met, I'll walk that back. 80% of the people that I've met who have dyed their hair gnarly colors, have their, a lot of opinions about stuff. We don't vibe because I generally feel like we should feel kind of 50% here, 50% there. We can agree about stuff. We can have different opinions. We're what I would consider normal people. When I meet other people who are heavily dyed or pierced, or the other end of the spectrum, who are extremely conservative and are very
You're putting some people in
Yeah,
a box
we know what you're
here.
saying.
It's really,
We know
it's
what you're
really
saying, though.
dangerous.
you
You're
get what I'm
putting some
saying.
people in
Like
a
there
box,
are
though.
definitely two ends of the spectrum.
Okay,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
like me saying that everybody that wears cowboy hats and chaps has a conservative opinion and they're assholes, right?
No, I think we all
You're splitting-
can agree that we prefer to talk to people who are closer to the center
Yeah.
than that purple-haired person out here. But I'm saying there's a lot of purple-haired people right in here with us, bro. It ain't about the
haven't-
hair.
There's
I
a lot of
haven't met
assholes
one
everywhere. I
yet,
am the
though.
prince of all assholes right here. I am next
Bro.
in line to the crown. Okay, look, I am a huge prick,
We didn't
in
talk
my
about
real life.
assholes though.
but my
Holdo's
point is,
the last person I've
you're-
seen with purple hair.
you're putting and Sabine, you're putting people in a box, right? By saying your hair color dictates this. There's a lot of
I'm
assholes
in
in
a
the world.
box. People
right?
put me in a box too.
Great. People put everybody in a box, right?
Stop
My point
doing
being
that.
is your hair color should not dictate whether you're put into that box. Your
What if I wear a
actions,
camo t-shirt?
your actions and your words put you in that box. So for me, and that's what I'm trying to say is
And so I
I've
got
met-
actions and words from a purple-haired lady who
from
basically
an
was
said,
actor, from an actress in a character in a science fantasy show that's
Mhm.
triggering you and upsetting you. Right.
Well,
this
here's
is
my
the,
question,
this
though.
is the part of this that's
Somebody wrote
foolish.
that though.
It
Somebody
doesn't matter
wrote
who
that.
wrote it. You hate the movie anyway. So why are you sitting here nitpicking something about a movie that you hate anyway?
Because
You
it's
don't have to
it's
watch
just-
it. You don't have enjoy it anyway. So leave it alone.
I didn't have to watch it. I paid
And
money.
the
to
next
watch
step, and the next thing I'm going to say is if you hate people of different hair color, notice I said hair color, then you're really not going to want to watch Ahsoka.
it. Yeah,
You're
I
really not
hate
going to want to watch
I hate
Sabine with
Hawks.
purple
She's
and
got
orange
like
and yellow
slightly
hair.
darker brown hair
right?
than I do, and I fucking hate that guy.
You know, my point being is if you're going to hate people of hair color, you're not going to want to watch anything going forward because Sabine is going to be in the show and she's going to have some different hair color. So
Yeah.
if that's your trigger, then don't watch Ahsoka.
I guess I'm
Please
just
just
trying to
put it in the
figure out,
box because it doesn't need to be said.
poor Matt Cave and Holocrons are like, this is. I think this is the worst.
No,
one.
I actually really like this type of conversation.
Mike, I still okay. It's just me. Okay,
We know.
I guess
I feel like it's just a handful of people with
let
purple
me
hair.
let me take my sinking ship down into the end as I as I die as an old breed male. I just don't get it. I don't get why you
You've
have
never done it,
no,
right?
no, interrupting. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get why you gotta fucking color your hair and do all kinds of crazy shit and be
Do you have
like,
tattoos?
fucking notice me and do all
I
this
already
kind of
said
stuff.
that.
You have to be different for some fucking reason because you're expressing yourself and you're a different person and you're so cool.
I would actually challenge you to ask the person.
Are you
next
are you
person.
tattooed?
I
Are
have
you-
multiple times. I
Are you
have.
tattooed?
You have? Really though? And sat
I
down with
have.
them?
Yes, I have multiple times. I have one of my best friends.
I think it's pretty easy to figure out.
I tell you what. No,
Like
Hawks,
we could have
I
a
would
deeper
be-
conversation about why I have had a
Don't
pierced
bother-
ear when I
don't
was
bother letting
when I
me
was growing
explain.
up. So I'm just
It's
saying.
fine.
Like
One of my
people
best friends lives in
express their-
Brooklyn, New York. She's a stand-up comedian, and she till this day she still says she's straight. I know she's not straight. I love her. Her name's Erin. We are as far apart as you can get as human beings, left and right, opposite ends of the spectrum, completely on the other side of each other. And we love each other deeply. She colors her hair, whether it's Wednesday, Monday, Friday, doesn't matter. She's got rainbow, purple, green, doesn't matter. We speak to each other respectfully. We respect each other and love each other for our different.
True story. My heart was
Sorry.
We love and respect each other deeply as human beings because we respect each other as human beings. The only thing I don't like is that when somebody has that kind of like, I don't know how to explain this. When they have that I'm different and I don't like you because you seem like a normal person thing. Does that make sense?
I think what this all comes down to, and it took a wicked turn. And honestly, I don't know how we got here, but look, some people are assholes. Regardless of what they look like or do, it's how you act. I've hung out with a million people of every different look, shape, size, everything, the whole deal,
Yeah.
right? If they're an asshole, I'm just like, all right, fuck off, and then I'm done with them. Doesn't matter what they look like. But that's what I think this comes down to, is that some people are assholes. Now,
That's simple as it is, bro. It ain't that
Yeah.
deep.
But what?
I'm never
but
going to be able
here's
to
the
hear
thing,
the
look,
phrase purple hair the same again. But hey, look, sometimes experiences in life change you a little bit.
I guess
Well,
that's all I'm trying
And
to
it's
say. is,
funny,
the
right,
only
Matt?
people
You're
I've
laughing
met
about
that
it.
are
It's
mean to
funny.
me
Yeah.
are those people. The
Hold
only
on, hold on,
people
hold
that
on.
I've met in my life that are mean to me are those people.
time out.
I've been all around the world, Caribbean, France, Switzerland, everywhere. I've been all around the world. I've met so many people, and the only people that are mean to me are those people.
So, look, first of all, what is normal? I'm going to start
Not
there.
normal.
I don't know.
Norm-
a human.
Normal is a matter of perspective and your perspective based on your upbringing. I have lived in many places in many
Not
countries.
just
and seen
upbringing,
many
your
things.
life experiences.
True, but your upbringing has a lot to do with your life experiences, right? And building who you are. And we get caught up in judgment before really knowing much about what's going on. We look, we judge. That's how the human existence is built. It's unfortunate. I wish we could change the programming, but it's unfortunate that we can't. Now, this is how I live my life. And I'm going to say this, and this is the last part I'm going to say about it. I used to judge people before I knew what was in there, right? I would judge a book by its cover a lot of the times. And I don't know when that stopped. I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't know if it's an experience thing. But I know that my upbringing has showed me a lot of things. And the one thing that I have learned in my small 40 years on this third rock from the sun is that I don't judge anybody anymore because I don't know the fight that is going on in here, and in their soul. And so for me, if you need purple hair to make it through the day, to brighten your day so you can look in the mirror and get through it, then dye your hair purple, right? I don't care what color your hair is or what piercings you have. Yes, do I look at some people and go, yuck, I would never do insert the blank to my body, but cool for you. But I don't judge those people before I get to know them. And I think that's where we as the human existence have this issue, because I know a lot of people. I know some trans people, I know some bi people, I know a lot of gay people, I know a lot of straight people. And to me, the people that are the worst people are the people that say they're straight and that yell at the others, right? And for me, like I said, I don't know what demons live inside you. I don't know what fight you are fighting inside of you. But whatever you have to do to get through the day, do it. Just don't hurt anybody else doing it.
Okay.
That's where I draw the line. So I
I
appreciate
couldn't say it any better than that.
Can I
man.
rebuttal? Can I have a second?
I'm surprised you have a rebuttal to that.
Yeah,
You,
me too.
100%. Absolutely. Because I've spent a lot of time outside of my little bubble, my little comfort zone, with a plethora of different human beings, gay, straight, trans, drag queens. My 21st birthday, I spent my entire time in a gaggle of drag queens. Now, I might lose some subs for this. that was one of the best nights I've ever had in my entire life. It was
These
so
are
much
great
fun.
people.
It's a good crowd.
Absolutely
They're hilarious.
wonderful. My older brother, Philip, Y-Wing, was he was part of the San Francisco Irish Pipers band. Now, they called themselves the Firefighters at the time. I hung out with them. I had a rager of an awesome time at a bar called Blackbird in San Francisco with a buttload of drag queens. These guys were expressing themselves. They were having fun, or gals. When they're
Whatever.
drag queens, you never know if you call them guys or gals, because some of them want to be like, no, I'm a dude who dresses in drag. Some are like, no, I'm a drag queen who's a chick. They were just awesome. They were a lot of fun, awesome people. I was having the time of my life. It was totally great. That, totally okay. What I don't like is the proverbial, and I know you're going to say, nah, the proverbial blue hair saying men are bad.
Nobody likes that.
That's what I don't like. And that's all I'm saying. I don't like that.
You're in somewhere along those lines, you're associating the two things somewhere in your brain, right? Like somewhere in your brain, it's like purple hair and toxic masculinity are automatically like
what happened
triggered,
in the sequel trilogy?
You know, again, the hair color of a character in a fantasy movie should not trigger you this much. And I understand the hate for the character. I understand the hate for the writing. I understand the hate for the delivery. I understand the hate for all of it. I don't understand
it. Then why don't you?
I don't understand the hate for the color of the person's hair. That's like I
figured out how we got here. I went back in the stream. So here we go.
He's gonna reel us back.
I got it. I figured it out.
Be mad.
We were talking about Bo-Katan versus Sabine, and I watched it happen. So we're talking about who would win in this fight, and we were looking at the characters on their surface. Bo-Katan's hardened exterior, Sabine's colorful exterior expression, and everything.
Young,
and
rebellious youth.
We fell down a massive bantha-sized rabbit hole. But this is what it comes down to. Sabine's going to put up a good fight against Bo-Katan because they are both excellent warriors in their trade, and they have a lot of pluses on each side. And I think if we actually get that fight, it's going to be one of the most epic things we've seen.
I'd split the pay-per-view with you guys. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't watch.
I think we're going to see a
pay-per-view.
I think we're going to see a Din Djarin Bo-Katan fight before we're going to see a Sabine Bo-Katan fight. I think that's the honestly. I think we'll have a Sabine Ezra fight.
Obsession. Before you go into this, I have to say, please, because this is hosted on my channel. Anybody anybody, any human on this planet, I love you. I love it. I love you for what you do. If you spit hate, I don't like you. I don't like you. If you're a person that's filled with love, I love you. Regardless of your hair color, whatever it may be, I love you. Sometimes we make stereotypes. I have a mustache. I spin wrenches and wear camo for a living. Don't tell me you don't stereotype me too.
I think you've just had a bad run of people with dyed hair and shitty attitudes, bro.
And
I gotta introduce you to some of my friends who are just normal.
A lot of
same
people have
time-
had a bad run with a guy who wears camo and spin wrenches too.
I agree.
But I
agree.
feel like they also stereotype you. Also, it's a double-edged sword. I'm not putting any
those
fault
two
on you
groups specific.
for speaking your truth, right? I'm never bash you for that. What I'm saying is there's two sides to every story, and no doubt those people have treated you like trash because they're looking at you and judging you before they know you.
Oh, I
right?
get treated like trash every day when I walk in with a camo sweatshirt that says Hilltop Refrigeration. They look at me like I'm.
Yeah, they're just mad at you because their AC isn't working and they're hot.
Loving me.
But
Right,
back
when you
to
leave.
where we were, reeling it back in. I feel like we'll see an Ezra Sabine fight first before we see a Sabine.
Don't
you
do
think-
that to me.
Do you think
that to
Ezra's been
me.
tainted by Thrawn?
Potentially,
that's where
yeah.
we're going?
Thrawn the Master and Ezra, like I said, I've said it in other streams, just like the last, the Ninth Jedi. I feel like Ezra is already susceptible to the dark side. Yoda, the Grand Inquisitor says it in Kanan's knighting ceremony, basically, and when they're in the Lothal Temple, the Grand Inquisitor tells Kanan, the dark side pulls at your apprentice. He will fall. Basically, he's basically foreshadowing Ezra's fall to the dark side in that episode. And so for me, I feel like Ezra around somebody like Thrawn that isn't necessarily a dark side user or force attune, but not being around Kanan and Sabine and Ahsoka and Hera and Chopper and Zeb, not being around his friends that keep him in the light, I think he's more susceptible to the dark, and being out in the wild space, unknown space, whatever we want to call it at this point, being out there with somebody like Thrawn and having to do what you have to do to survive could push Ezra across that line. And Thrawn may just not need to do much. He may need, just like Maul, he may just need to give him a little
bit of a nudge,
a little tap, not even a nudge, just a
yeah.
You know,
well, think about it. As good as Maul was with the mind games, Thrawn is a
just
master.
Yeah, and Maul was good. Maul was good at manipulation, but he was good at manipulation through force, whereas Thrawn is good at manipulation through words, right? So there's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of room for Ezra to need to be pulled back from the light by somebody like Ahsoka and Sabine, right? I feel like that could be a large arc to this story, is finally finding Ezra, and maybe Ahsoka having to sacrifice herself for Ezra.
Could.
Right? Like she is basically the Bendu. She is basically the white. She is basically, to me, she's like Gandalf the White at this point. If you want to go into Lord of the Rings, same as Din Djarin is the reluctant king. For me, Ahsoka is the one that might have to make the sacrifice and not make the walk to freedom to save Ezra, you know, from himself. And, you know, that's, I honestly think we could see a Sabine with Ezra's old green saber and an Ezra creating a new saber that's red, and them fighting.
You know what I did like about Sabine? Saber training.
Dude, she's good,
Saber
man.
training.
With her and Kanan.
I'm gonna hit these super chats real quick because we went through a long conversation and I didn't touch the chat.
You got a new member too.
It was
probably
important.
better.
I wanted to talk about this stuff. I think we should talk about this stuff. Darth Arlena. It took the Jedi 16 years to finally beat the Mandos, and only due to future Sith. Jedi training means nothing. Bo-Katan wins. So that actually rolls back to a I'm sorry, hold on.
Thank you.
that goes back to an article that we saw today, but I'm not going to actually
Not
address.
gonna?
I'm not going to address that. Are you making fun of me?
Hell yes, I'm making fun of you.
You son of a bitch. Nick Southwood. Purple hair has nothing to do with it. If they actually wrote a great character, it wouldn't Marta.
Fact.
Regular characters do whatever, or purple hair. Yeah, agreed. So like Sabine. Yeah, great character. Didn't matter that she was a spunky little purple hair girl. Totally into it. And for you, good sir, another.
I thought there was someone around here that
No.
really hated on Sabine. They've been awfully quiet during this whole debate in the chat. I noticed.
Who?
Just,
Whom?
I don't want to name names.
I just came from PC friendly Star Wars Live, which was great, but this is definitely more my speed. Prick level as I am.
Yeah,
Pricks,
man.
you prick.
Thank you.
Well, at least you killed a youngling. Good on you. All right, let's get into some chat here. Don't forget the infamous SJW side. I can't do the SJW stuff anymore. I don't care how you cut your hair, dude.
Listen, the Martez sisters.
Yes.
Not
it.
great. Not great.
Say it.
The character in the High Republic, the Padawan, dope character. She's getting hate for the Mohawk because of those other people I don't like and want to talk about.
Yeah,
But
Hashtag
I'm just saying, in the
Hashtag
comics, High Republic.
I don't want to go back into here, but
Yeah, don't go back.
yeah, I don't want to go back in here, but this is totally okay. So everybody in the chat was apparently backing me up, and I wasn't even looking at it.
Not everybody.
Hashtag.
Softies.
Not
hashtag.
everybody.
Yeah, no, it got rough in there.
Look at
I
all
don't
these.
remember my
chats.
hashtag.
Why are Twi'lek strippers?
Fair enough, Nikki. Fair
Honestly, hashtag justice for Twi'leks.
They
Like,
were enslaved. That was
All right, so I do
Yeah.
want to put something in the universe real quick since we're having some fun and shit's out of control anyway. So let's
All right.
let's get
we
into
should
it.
probably
But
get- we should probably get back to Star Wars.
I
I'm at
want to.
this point, I'm like, yeah, pass the bottle.
I did want to.
Console is gone.
Here, I did want
So
to put this
far.
up there. So
We
I don't
got-
know if you want to share my screen or not, but
I'm saying.
I did want to put something out there.
Oh my god, there's so many chats. I am so sorry to everybody who has chatted and I haven't gotten to it. There's just so much here. There's no way I can get to all of this, dude. I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. Darth Arlena with another $5 holla. Stan Lee taught me hating people because of their differences is wrong. Embracing differences is right. Use your powers for good. Thank you, Stan Lee. I agree. In fact, I saw a little snippet from an interview with Stan Lee where he said Spider-Man was always his favorite superhero because it didn't matter who was under the suit. Didn't matter who you were, what color you were, where you came from, what religion you were. Anybody could be Spider-Man. I like that.
Thank you.
You're also a murderer.
Thanks, Stan. Now let's slay younglings.
Yeah. Jedi Master Stones is a new member. Welcome, my friend, to the community. Thank you so much. These Wednesday nights can get either they can
Hello,
either
everybody,
be
and
like,
welcome back. to
They
the-
can get very saucy.
yeah, it's one of the two. We either have like the most beautiful Star Wars conversations, or it's Obsession and I yelling at each other for like an hour and a half.
And you probably get more views with us yelling at each other than you do otherwise.
They do.
Weird.
So share.
Bayou's back.
It only took him 6 months, Bayou.
No, he was moving. I don't know if he's on
Oh,
his
yeah.
phone or what, but
Yeah,
dude,
he did.
Good to see you, buddy. I have to
Locked
do
it in.
again. I have to do it again.
Thank you.
Maybe we should add like a different one where we like kill something else.
Will you share my
instead.
screen, you potato head?
Yeah, golden potato head.
We get into the meat
Oh,
and
that
potatoes.
reminds me of something. I'm gonna get it. You share his screen. I'll be back.
Never. I ain't getting off the sauce.
Okay,
had such a
so
rough
I just
day
want to
today.
call out Josh here for a quick second because he can admit when he's wrong, unlike other friends of mine.
Hold on, let me blow this up. I can
So-
admit when I'm wrong. What are you talking about?
Who said I was talking about you? Why are you so defensive?
I'm your only friend.
You evil bitch. So Josh, the Den of Nerds called out that Dave and John were taking over, and so he reeled it back in. He's like, guys, so I fucked up. This report, John and Dave are going to be doing stuff on the film side of Star Wars, not that they're taking over. I got caught up in wishful thinking, and he's covering it tomorrow. That's it. So,
Did somebody think John and Dave were taking over?
Well,
that's
the
what his
tweet,
stream-
he misread the tweet. It says they head over to, not head over.
yeah.
Like there's a comma in there somewhere that someone missed. So, I mean, he knows what he was talking about in his
No,
defense, but he just
I
was
love that-
literally
I love that
messing up
he can reel
words
it
like
in.
he always does.
I just like that he reels it in because there's
Yeah.
other Star Wars content creators.
let
I'm
it
not going to
fly.
mention. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to give them any of them
Facts.
clout. But there's some of the
Zach
largest
James? I fucking hate
channels on the internet
Obsession,
deal
you
with
can
Star
talk
Wars.
about me anytime you want. Go for it.
that will
God,
not.
Nikki is
back
against
up.
it.
Damn, you are ruthless, Nikki.
Yo.
But
She-
yeah, I think that that it's cool that they'll at least, you know,
I don't
yeah.
want to talk shit about other creators.
no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to give a creator a positive note, not turn it into a negative Darth Potato Head. So
It's meat and potatoes head.
I just applaud Josh and the Den of Nerds, not necessarily Josh. It could be somebody else over there for at least saying, hey, you know what? I misspoke, instead of doubling their chips down or just not saying anything like some other people do. I'm just applauding him and his people for walking
We're
it back.
applauding people for
Yeah,
saying
man.
that they were wrong.
Just for walking it back because he's
Something
got a
I'll
lot of
never say
followers.
ever again in the chat.
What's that?
That's something I'll never say again, ever, in the history of words in the chat.
What?
Don't say
My
it.
reply to Nikki.
I like X-Men.
I like X-Men.
I don't care. You did smoke too much.
Yep, I'll never say it ever again.
Oh,
to
I got to
another
take
human
care of a
being.
request in the chat.
Okay.
Yo,
All right.
Leia, how you doing?
Yo.
Hey, how you doing?
Yo,
Hey, yo. You knock him down. Why don't you try knocking me
start
down? now?
knocking me
Hey,
down
yo.
now too, huh?
No, but you know, I was like I said, I was in the van rewatching the last one that we had
Down by the river.
in a van. I was rewatching last week's stream, and it was funny because you know Star
I
Wars.
wasn't here because I wasn't here.
You were there last week, weren't you?
I don't know. Was I? Week before. I was there Tuesday. I wasn't there the
fair.
Wednesday before.
Yeah, you were there. No, you were there last week. And Hawks was like, you know, blah blah blah, and this and this and that, and Obsession's like, even X-Wing can say he can roll back some statement. I'm like, dude, I have had to roll back so many statements in my life.
Yeah.
You know, not in my life, in my YouTube life, you know, which is 6 months old at this point. I've had to roll back like at least 40% of the stuff I'd said. And
Yeah,
admit it, be like,
you're gonna eat some humble pie here pretty quick soon.
and
Anyway,
that is
so it's
the
all good.
exact same thing you said verbatim in that stream. you gotta eat some humble pie.
You're gonna eat some humble pie, my man. I'm telling you. I get your fork ready. I got your plate ready. As soon as that pie is out of the oven, you're gonna have a delicious meal.
And then the other thing you say is strap in, guys.
Strap in. Put your
Strap in and get
backpacks
ready for
on.
some meat and potato.
Seatbelt. Yep. Seatbelts, meat and potatoes, and connective tissue.
Look,
I got to tell you, I went with water today, and this was not the right choice. I was not
What
prepared.
are you doing?
yeah,
for
you
the
should have done
stream.
beer. It's boomer
Yeah.
council. What do you?
Scotch beer, something definitely to take the edge off. God, why
I
do you think we're
tried
so
to-
goosey?
I didn't know there was going to be so much edge to take
Look,
off.
here, hold on. Here's the deal. This is how the boomer
Listen.
council actually goes. Hold on.
Bring-
Let me switch this up. You got two
Bring-
teams. You got team beer and team
Other.
herbal medicine.
Yeah.
Shandies.
Listen, Linda. You got two teams here. The two that like Star Wars, and then you two.
Listen. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
Linda,
What did
I
you
mean,
say?
You just like you opened the two that like Star Wars, and then you two.
You have the two who will take anything that the Overlord feeds you, and then the other people who like Star Wars.
The Overlord. Yes, because I'm big control. I'm big in control.
X-Wing, we got to do another promotion. There's a question in the chat.
Guys, just because
Yes, it is.
KK don't look 70, all right.
I didn't even see
When
it.
you're ready for your frosty beverage, whether it be beer, scotch, or water, make sure to get to X-Wing's merch store and get your official X-Wing tumbler. It's waterproof, and it will keep your beer cold until you get home to stream.
Wow. You should have said it'll keep you drunk enough through the stream.
One time I was in Nevada.
Get one free. It'll keep
One time
you drunk in the stream.
One time in Nevada, I was at a place and they put.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Yeah, I fixed it.
One time in Nevada.
One time in Nevada.
Oh,
I swear to God, I will.
Am I saying that wrong? Is it Nevada?
it's Nevada.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Think
I'm
of it
East
how they
Coast. I
say
don't
it
know.
in-
Anyways,
Say it in the
Hey,
Espanol.
bro,
they tried to serve me.
say it again, motherfucker.
He's got a story.
Yeah, and I don't like it there. They tried to serve a pickleback. You know what that is, right?
You don't like a Brooklyn hooker?
No, but they poured it all into one. They poured it into one of those like shooter tubes, like them
You never had a
millennials.
Brooklyn hooker? It's
Like
a
them
whiskey
millennials.
bag. It's called a Brooklyn hooker. If you don't like that, get out of my
No.
town. Get out of here.
Jameson and pickle juice.
Yeah,
I've
Jameson.
never
and
heard-
pickle. It's called a
I've
Brooklyn
never
hooker.
heard of a pickleback.
This was pickle juice and vodka in a shooter tube.
Oh,
They poured them in there together.
pickle juice and vodka?
Yeah, in Nevada.
All right, you got to pass this time.
Yeah, no,
I'm just saying
don't
next
do
time.
that.
Be careful.
Happy holidays.
I gotta ask,
Anyways,
in the topic of
Terrible
drinking,
story.
has anyone been to Galaxy's Edge on here? I haven't.
Just rub
I
it in
wanna
my
go.
face, bro. Just
wanna
rub it
go.
in my face.
Actually, I'm thinking about going December 27th before Book of Boba.
I'm curious, anyone in the chat who's been to Galaxy's Edge and has gone to the cantina, what kind of drinks are they serving in there? Like, is there Star Wars themed alcoholic beverages? Is there some fun stuff that there's to get in on there?
Mhm.
That's what I want
Yeah,
to know. I
think
know they do
blue
the
milk.
the blue milk slushy and all that, but like, no, I want to know what are we getting at the cantina? Boozer Council.
That's my counsel.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. Like I said, I talked to some folks.
Nice.
I'm trying to set up a live in real person stream in for the Book of Boba opening.
I just found out I have 2 free hotel nights.
Where?
Somewhere close to
Nevada.
Anaheim?
and-
Somewhere close to Nevada?
No, I think they're in the park.
In Anaheim?
Yeah, 2 of my friends, well, my fiance's friends did like a timeshare something or other, and they were there for 3 hours, and they gave them free hotel night. So I might drive down there and be down there before too long.
I mean, I know you're working, you got schedules, and you just took a bunch of time off.
You know
but-
how I just said it was like, finally, winter is going to be here.
Yeah, you said you were slowing down.
We're going to make a bunch of content. I'm so excited. And I woke up at 4:15 this morning, and I got home at 5:45. And I was like, yeah, things are slowing down, guys. Really excited.
Well,
How come all of the best completely legal tobacco names are always the best ones are always Star Wars names? Have you ever noticed that out there on the West Coast?
Not is Marvel.
talking about,
A
like,
lot of good strains like Master Yoda, literally very popular.
honestly, one of the ones I heard about in LA that really had a fun name was Dreamwalker, and then they have like Skywalker OGs
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that. There
it's
are
so
a lot
funny.
of
Okay,
I
all
really-
right, hold on, guys. If we're gonna switch this, let's switch it. Okay,
What are you switching?
you
to?
ready? Welcome to the fucking Nate Light.
The thing that he said with words.
Did you
What
end?
was-
Did you end and start anew, or are you just gonna say fuck it and we're just gonna go?
Yeah,
Go.
this is it.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
share my
Welcome to
screen.
the
Then share my share already.
Thanks,
God
man.
damn it. Then share my screen again. God damn it. Happy fucking holidays, you filthy animals. It's December 1st, you fucking monkeys.
You fucking pieces of shit.
Potato heads.
Welcome to the late night with X-Wing, you
Holy
filthy animals.
Crap.
Scruffy looking
So I'm
nerd
completely
herders.
off the hook from earlier. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, really. you are,
appreciate
totally.
that. I
We'll
was
do it
actually
live.
worried.
Penis, vagina, vagina.
Can I be TBH? These are the member streams, and you guys are just gonna get a little preview right here.
Right.
But you have to pay 99 cents.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
If you want to see it, you have to pay 99 cents. So
Just
This
make
is
sure
the
to get over to the
craziest stream
merchandise
I've ever
store.
been on.
It's
This is
now
the late
only
night show.
boomers.
Yeah, and honestly, I was gonna say if you're gonna do the late night thing, you should call in some of the drunk homies. You should call in Daryl. You should call in Justin. Like
you want me to hit some people
you
up?
should. I mean, you can't just be the four of us dicking around the same way. If this is Cantina, we got to open the bar.
Open the bar.
Open the bar.
Open the
Open the
bar.
bar.
We're
Open
gonna
the
open
bar.
up the
Open bar, dude.
All right,
You know?
fine.
I'm just saying.
Fucking
It's-
Catalina
it's no
wine
longer
mixer.
All
boomer
right,
council.
I'll start texting people. Fuck.
It's no longer boomer council now. I mean, at this point, you've shit the bed. At this point, it's now let's get
I shit the bed.
let's
The,
get
bed,
fucked up
the,
and have some
the
fun.
mattress is not salvageable at this point.
No. You're just
No,
tossing.
gone.
Look, and you know what? Now that we're shameless plugging, fuck it. If you're not in this giveaway, I'm gonna kick some people. I can't
Get
give
to
away free
Obsession's
shit. I'm
channel.
honestly trying to give
He's
you guys free
kicking you.
shit.
Here goes
I
this
can't-
fucking guy. He's all, I got a Nintendo Switch.
Hey,
Subscribe to
you
me.
want it?
Nothing
Shut up.
else.
I don't want to hear your
Oh,
shit.
Nintendo
I
Switch.
see you and Justin in the chat on Twitter. That's
This
mine. No,
fucking
fuck you.
guy.
That's mine. Come on,
Get the Switch.
get it. Get in this because I
Damn it,
want to buy
where-
something
Everybody
else.
in the chat, get the Switch. Get us your friend codes, and we are going to
Seriously.
Mario Kart.
Oh my god, bro. We're gonna do so much fun gaming. It's gonna twist your beaks.
Coffee. Get in here with coffee.
Yeah, bro.
drink
Get in
of
here.
choice,
Put
man.
some Baileys
Coffee
in that
choice.
thing.
Coffee would not be. He doesn't want any of the smoke.
Get some of that. No. He
Can't
wants
drink
some of the
coffee right
Baileys.
now.
Put-
He's
get
so
it- put it-
wholesome.
Make it an Irish coffee in Corbin.
Yeah,
Come on,
let's
make
take
it an
away.
Irish
Take my
coffee. Come on,
coffee.
get in here. Forget about it.
Yo, forget about it.
Yeah,
Huh?
forget about it. Get your
Forget
Irish
about it.
coffee. Put a little bit of Bailey's, a little bit of Jameson. Put a dash of
What you
coffee. Get
talking
in
about?
here.
Speaking of coffee,
Forget about it.
Damn it,
I
why
had
can't
coffee in
find
this thing
this?
all day long, and it stayed hot.
And don't forget to go to X-Wing's merch store and pick up your official X-Wing tumbler. They're great for keeping your coffee hot and your beers cold. Make sure to get on the merch shit immediately.
The merch shit.
Yo, oh my god.
Was that you?
Yeah, that's me. You didn't know? You've never heard my
Fuck.
You've never heard him fuck?
you've never heard me fuck?
I thought we all
No.
have.
Fuck you.
Damn, I thought we were closer than that.
No, I just.
Shit's a little too close.
No, it's
Whoa, whoa.
Your fucking your commercial voice is just it's so soft.
Oh yeah, bro. You've never heard my I do a really good
Yo, I like that.
I do
I have a hard merch voice. Welcome to X-Wing.
Felicity says shilling and chilling with Stash Rendar.
Nice.
Welcome everyone to Shilling and Chilling with X-Wing, your provider of content. Oh, hold on. I figured this out. Hold on.
Welcome to X-Wing, your purveyor of content, the man you want to know in the Star Wars community. He'll text everybody and their mama to get on their stream. Get here now.
something like that.
That's next on the Stash Obsession.
No, I didn't. No, it's not.
Here we are at Chillin' and Chillin' with Stash Rendar.
It's not.
Make sure to
right.
get your subscription now. The stash is coming.
I know what it is.
Oh.
Write it to me, and I'll VO it for you.
No,
Write it-
hold on.
Put it in the private chat,
I
and I'll
don't
do it.
need you. I can do this by myself.
I can do it.
Obviously, you cannot.
He's
a hard time you
yeah,
are.
Daryl's still here.
Shut the fuck up. I can't stop laughing.
How do I?
Oh.
Welcome to X-Wing. Great content, fair content at a fair price.
Oh.
Welcome to the X-Wing channel, where you're going to get good content at a fair price. It's a little overcharged, but that's okay.
Trash.
There we go.
Where is the chat
This is
mind
our-
going right
This
now?
is our
horrible.
ASMR section.
Does everybody roast Obsession? Because it was just trash.
Please roast me.
Come on, give me something better. A little better.
You guys want something to roast here?
Obsession.
Here, let's see.
Share that.
We got coffee beans.
I got coffee beans.
Share that screen.
Yes.
Fuck is that? Oh no, you didn't. You
Wow.
didn't place it.
Jesus. Where's
Oh
that even
no, dude, you look like an emo boy.
Bro, how good does the end look? The end is
Not
my favorite
good,
part.
dude. Yeah, it's not great.
I saw Daryl messing around with that on his shorts, and I was like, I gotta do some of these.
Dude,
Dude.
Daryl has the best of those. Did you see him as Thor?
Shout out Daryl's shorts.
That was hysterical.
Daryl does make some bitchin' shorts.
Right. You gotta love getting into Daryl shorts.
I got to boot for a minute.
I've got another Ragnar one. That's my favorite.
Oh man.
That's hilarious.
It's too good, man. Simple app. You get a nice, like, well lit photo of your face. You throw it on literally thousands of different things. Highly recommend Reface if you're bored.
That's hilarious.
I think I have that on my phone.
I don't
basic.
I don't really play much with those, but yeah, that's hilarious.
I'm trying to find a better quality one. I don't want to have to pay. If you pay, you get the HD video clips.
Right.
But yeah, I need a Shamook.
We all need a
Just
Shamook.
put my face on all four faces, and then it's just me on the console. On everybody.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Oh, Felicity, this transformed into that about what are we at 7 minutes ago?
Oh yeah.
I
at
mean,
least-
you Noel, did you miss the
least
whole
10
purple hair? You
Don't
missed
say
the whole
that.
purple hair
Don't you
thing.
dare
Hey,
say that.
triggers, bro, triggers. Stop it.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
You can't circle jerk after that. Everybody's shriveled up.
Our
You bring
host
up purple
is
hair,
muted.
it's game over.
He's on mute and talking to us.
You go mute again. Bro, the light is bright as shit. How can you miss that every time? It is. Look, people, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how bright this light is.
There's literally a light.
Isn't there literally a
light.
thing on the
There's a
screen
light
that has a
every time.
mic with a red line through it?
Yes,
Telling that
it's bright. I'm about to show it to you. Hold on.
Every fucking time.
We're gonna see it from his camera way back there.
I have an important question for anyone with a Switch or any
Okay,
game
party people,
console.
here it is. Ready?
Okay,
This
all
is-
right.
this
we're
is the light.
selecting now. Okay.
There we go.
See how bright that is? There's a
That's
big
bright.
ass light.
Mm. Your setup intimidates me.
Obsession. I have the same switcher.
I
I
know.
think that's his point.
Oh, yeah. What I wanted to do. Hold on.
Guys, my switcher is the StreamYard screen. I'm literally staring at the button.
That's my setup.
I don't have to look at a thing and debate the color of the switch. It's just
Yeah. Speaking of Switch, everyone get to Obsession's channel, freaking subscribe
Yes,
and get
yes.
into this giveaway.
because the winner's coming in on streams. I don't know if
We
they
can
knew
get
this
games
or
like
not.
this. Everybody get this.
I'm mad. I want to win it, and then I'm gonna give away my other Switch. Y'all can have.
Bro. Exactly. Do it. Look, there's your prizes. And there's more.
If I win, you guys have to race against me and both the twins.
There's
So
a
just
Nintendo
be
gift
prepared
card
for that.
coming too, so that you can buy the game. So you're out no pocket to get into Mario Kart with us. Come on,
We
guys.
are forming a faction, so it's like 3 versus the rest of you guys. So good.
You
luck.
know,
Yeah,
we
I
can
mean-
do teams on Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And Smash,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Smash you can too. I was practicing all day. I was like 3 hours of
I
practice.
caught him. I caught him, bro.
I gotta get
I
in there.
totally caught
Caught
him. He was streaming in the gaming Discord by himself,
Yep.
100%. Literally just like
Well,
training in Smash.
I'm pretty
Bros.
wicked with Toon Link.
Oh,
was
really?
awesome.
You're the Toon Link? Because I do the regular Link. Oh, Stash Rendaz here.
Oh, we got
see.
the keyboard.
Oh, we're showing off. We're showing off.
Oh,
Oh,
here we
sorry,
go.
that's the giveaway stuff, guys. Hold on.
I don't
He's
know
got
who
a
my
vertical
go-to is
monitor.
on Smash Bros.
Look at the stash on that camera.
Call me Kieran.
Kieran? Is that Pedro Pascal?
The wet naps. Yo, isn't it funny they call them man wipes now?
Oh, shut your face.
What?
Oh, they do
Bro,
not.
if you don't wipe your ass with a wet wipe, you're a savage. You are a savage and you need to change your life.
You're a savage.
What? What?
This
Try
is-
it.
What happened to toilet paper?
Change your life.
Change your life.
Changes your life.
You
Forget
want
about
your ass to be nice and soggy right after you do your business? Use a man wipe.
What the fuck?
Do you want your underwear immediately up your crack right when you're done? Use a man wipe. Do
There's
you
nothing-
appreciate meatballs?
Actually, they would sell a shit
There's
ton if
nothing
that
better.
was Stallone the whole time, bro. Oh
Hey,
my
yo, there's
God.
nothing better than getting your ass stuck to your underpants as soon as you stand back up. Use man wipes. That's what I use.
Yo, Manscaped's gonna call X-Wing tomorrow.
Seriously.
Man,
Do you
bro,
want to question
don't
whether
get
or
me
not
started.
you were actually
Don't get me
done?
started on Manscaped. Don't do it. Don't get me started. Forget about it.
Man,
It reminds me that remember that old SNL thing, the oops I crap my pants?
Remember when we used to be a Star Wars channel?
Remember
Hey, you're the
Barry?
one that changed it to late
Ma'am?
night, right? You
Remember
changed it.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I maybe.
You remember
That's
when
a pretty good
Chewbacca
state
looked like
accent
he
you
was
got
used
there.
as a wet wipe?
Chewbacca can't use man wipes.
No, you remember when they looked like he was used as one in
Oh,
Solo,
yeah,
in the
yeah.
mud pit.
Yeah, he was pretty gnarly looking in that shot.
Bro, he was gnarly in those scenes. I did like that meeting scene.
I
though.
spent like fucking $35 on a good Chewbacca figure, and I just don't feel like we're the same.
And you got the wet one?
Yo, coffee on Korriban, bring me back.
Black
Thanks,
Series
oops, I
wet
crapped my
Chewy.
pants, and I just did.
That's the one. Give him the wet
I would
chewy.
On a weekly
shit.
basis, I probably spend $50 to $75 a week on Star Wars.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It depends on what I find. I'm
$75 a week is not bad on Star Wars.
I ain't balling on a budget like
mean-
that, bro.
I
You want
mean,
to know how much I've been spending on DoorDash?
Instacarts. Yeah.
Oh, the ladies
Awesome.
love smooth balls because that reminds us of Creepy Best and Boys.
Oh, I mean,
hello, Sayla. Now you're talking.
wow.
Dude wipes.
Dude wipes. Like, forget about it.
What the fuck?
I can't even remember now what they're actually called.
Dude
They're called-
wipes.
They're dude wipes from now
Yeah,
on.
they're just called like man wipes. It's
Dude,
When
literally,
did that happen?
I mean, a while ago.
Weren't they called?
I got kids. I know all about wet wipes. Don't you
wasn't
know
they
about
called
wet
ones
wipes?
or
bro?
wet wipes or?
These are veteran moves, people. Chat, take notes. All right.
Look, I got kids too, but I've never been like,
I'm
go
trying
grab
to
the
educate.
dude wipes.
Use my knowledge.
Okay, all right. So you
Thank
hold on. Can I grab you guys?
No,
No, we can move on.
we can move on, but you can't grab
Hold on. I'm gonna grab you into Late Night Level 2.
Oh, ooh.
Ready for this? Late
End
night
the stream and start again.
level 2.
Why
I'm
don't
gonna
you just
tell you-
end the stream and start again?
Oh yeah.
Guys, this is gonna go. This is gonna go all the way through. I'm gonna tell you a story, okay? I'm gonna tell you a story about little
I-
X-wing,
Right.
boy.
little mustache X-wing. So I was 19. I started dating a girl
Ooh.
This
named,
took a horrible turn.
named Rebecca.
I
Hi,
think I know her.
good girl, good girl.
Becky?
Yeah.
Okay.
We started hanging out, having a good fun. We started dating for 3 years. All right.
3 years, huh?
We got pregnant. Had a
Oh, this took a turn.
I told you.
It was a
You know
forced
this is
conception.
online, right?
It was a forced baby.
I completely forgot I was talking on the fucking internet right now.
You're so on the internet, like all the
I'm
way
talking
in.
to the whole world right now.
Yeah, we're on the tubes, the series of tubes where the people see the tubes.
God, I'm talking to the fucking internet right now. There's like people listening.
This is going unlisted.
100% this is going unlisted. Are
You're gonna have to chop this up and repost it.
not chop up and repost it. It's going unlisted because I don't want people to know this. But I almost thought X-Men.
We could just not say it and pick another story. Make some shit up. We don't know.
Let's get back to the wet chewy.
That was the climax of the story. Now,
the two girls that were
abort.
like,
Push
bro,
the button. Push it.
literally, the two girls were like, "Don't." I'm like, all right. I'll save it for the after.
Oh my goodness.
This whole night
Has been just like Halloween. It's great.
I feel so weird.
Okay,
I
Can
got
we
a
now- we need
real
to go
story
to-
to fucking tell you, Matt Gave. I got a real story to tell you about
somebody.
And look, I will
Mom.
happily lend you my ear off the tubes.
Is mom here? Is mom around? Go into the
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
settings.
Nikki knows where that's going. She's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut up.
Hey, Nikki.
Oh.
What up, Nikki?
Yeah, she knows.
Oh, hilarious, dude.
I don't know.
Someone
Nikki,
go into
but
his
thank you on
YouTube
Nikki.
settings and add purple hair to the words that are going to be moderated
He
out.
said it again.
We'll
I mean, you
never
already
have
said
it
Hitler,
happen.
so we're already in trouble.
God, he's protecting women who
I'm protecting you from exposing yourself and telling some wild story nobody needs to hear tonight.
Nathan is perfect. I just came back. What is going on?
Oh my god, Leia Rose, I need to go. Can you post something really nice on Twitter so I can go look at it?
Oh, man.
Right, we need some wholesome Star
I need
Wars
some
content.
wholesome. I need some good,
Bro,
some
this is
innocence.
God, you
Leia,
guys are-
save me.
yeah, we gotta call it. We gotta call it
Still
before I destroy everything I worked for.
burned.
Welcome to X-Wing exposing himself on late night YouTube.
Turns
you
out
don't want us
X-Wing is actually a
exposing
human
ourselves.
being and not just like a
Robot.
All right. Good night. Have a good night. I will see you later. This
Oh,
has been
it's time to
the
post.
longest boomer stream. Pose.
Thumbnail pose.
Everybody ready? Pose.